40. Cuts back. Jones, first down, still in the yes, down, Scrappers! Touchdown, Scrappers!
With no seconds on the clock.
People have said, you know, this is for all the marbles, and the winner of this game, it's big. You know, I mean, the winner of the conference, you're looking at a playoff, a home all the way through the playoffs, and of course second only gets one game in the playoffs. So yeah, this is huge, and they're having to look. You know, you don't ever want to look down the road, but you have to in a situation like this. This is a big game.
It is a huge game, and DeMarce Dunn kicks it off. It's a short kick. It's taken at the 16, and the Scrappers are going to try to hand it off. A fumble on the ball, and I believe, let's see, I don't know. I'm thinking that the Scrappers may have gotten it back. Well, I tell you what, that's just what we were talking about. Turnovers, the big part of this game. And let's see, they haven't determined who's got it yet. I think the Scrappers came up with it. Let's see, Zach Winton may be who that is. No, I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah, I think Jamison came.
Jamison,
yeah.
Caleb Jamison recovered it. Oh, I'll tell you what, Jeff, that was just on that little handoff that we like to do on the return, and it just was just mishandled.
Yes, it was.
And fortunately, Jamison fell on it. It is back at the 16-yard line. I think they may call it the 17. So Scrappers not with great field position to start the first drive of the ball game. A.J. Whitmore is the only one back. Nobody else. Everybody else is split out. Whitmore takes the snap. Not much rush. There's a fly pattern, there's a pass, and it's going to be ruled incomplete in his hands, and bobbled, could not hold on to it. And that was Winton, the intended receiver. Jeff, if he could have pulled it in. And that's some of the things with a damp ball. You could see some of those juggles tonight. But he had that at the 35. And I'll tell you what, it was a very nice throw from Whitmore. That'll bring up second down now for the Scrappers. And 10, again from the own 17. Ball right in the middle of the field. Whitmore, again, the only one back. Three-man rush. Whitmore wants to run. Got a little room. Could be enough for a first down. Tripped up, crossed the 20, crossed the 30 rather. And let's wait till they mark him. I think they're going to mark him right on the 30-yard line, but nevertheless, that is the initial first down of the ball game for the Nashville Scrappers. And mark it right on the 30-yard line. Good read by A.J. They've only got three men rushing, kind of a similar defense to what the Scrappers run. And they're trying to stop that passing game. Now they got five men up on the line. And Whitmore again wants to run. Cuts upfield, got a little bit more room, and he's close to another first down. I believe he's got it. Did he fumble? He did. Ashdown's going to score, and they pick it up. They're going to run it in all the way. Oh, my. Scrappers fumble it, and guess who it is? The same young man that did it last year, Clifford Gray. Fumble return. And it was fumbled at the 43, I believe is where it was. So I've got to give him a 42. 42 fumble return for the touchdown. And not the way, we just talked about that, Jeff. Not the way you want to start. Well, we've been a little bit, oh, wait a minute. Are they bringing it back?
Well, there's discussion.
There's discussion. He might have been down. Boy, I'll tell you what. Coach Ledford is really lobbying the officials. They are walking back this way, and let's see what they're going to do. They have not made up their mind as of yet. Now, if his knee went down, he was down. If the ball
if a whistle blew,
hell, it could have.
Right, and that's what they've got to decide is whether or not
some official may have seen it different than another official too, and that may be what they're discussing. Well, they're bringing it back. They're not wipe out the touchdown, at least for the moment. And they're going to mark it at And let's see. I believe they're going to give the ball probably to Ashdown, it looks like. No?
They're saying that Whitmore was down.
Whitmore was down. Whoa, man, wipe it out. Give the Scrappers a first down.
Well, Todd Lefford's out on the hash marks. I don't know if...
Well, I don't blame him, though. I mean, you got to lobby for it. Mark it at the 43. Boy, what a break. No, wait a minute. They're moving it back the other way. They're giving it to Ashdown. It is not a first down for the Scrappers. I'm sorry. The officials had it. They reversed it. Now the Ashdown Panthers will have the ball, and they'll have it at the Scrapper 43-yard line.
Major confusion out there.
There's some major confusion, is right. Officials need to call a timeout for themselves, don't they?
I think they're... they're making it a little bit tough for anybody.
Yeah, they really are. They're making it tough for the players to get settled down. And, you know, they need to remember these are high school players. This is not pro and this is not college. These guys they've got to be settled down a little bit. And here we go. Ashdown with a great opportunity.
Well, Coach Woods got the umpires over on the sideline. I don't think they can't play without him. So everybody's ready to play, but
well, here we go.
He wants an explanation.
They haven't given it. They're going to go back in the huddle now and discuss it. Already early in the game here, we have a little bit of controversy. Coach is really lobbying, and he's trying to let them know that if he was down or if the whistle, I don't know. I mean, we're speculating. We do not know. But we're going to hold it right here. And Jeff, it's a break that it's not a touchdown. And I'll tell you, Clifford Gray burned us for an interception and a fumble return last year, if you'll recall. And here he's the young man that was on it right there and picked it up and went all the way. But bring it back, wipe out the score. It's still going to be, I believe, Ashdown's ball. Now the referee is going out. And let's see what he's going to do. He's just going to start play is what he's going to do. There it is. All right, now we're ready for football. A lot of action already and only about 40 seconds off the clock here in this first period. I formation, slot to the left side. Dansby wants to hand it off. That's going to be Jackson getting outside for a yard, maybe two. A host of black jerseys in there. Plugged up pretty quick. Make it the 41 for about a 2-yard gain for, I believe that was Courtney Jackson on the carry. And I'll tell you, he's a dangerous back. He's shifty. He's got speed. Mark the ball just inside the left hash mark at the Scrapper 41. Second down and 8. I formation, wing on the right side. Split in to the left. Wanting to hand it off. That'll be Jackson. Gets across the 40. And he will be at about the 37-yard line. So he gets about 4 on that carry. And that'll bring up third down. And, you know, Jeff, for a defense to have to run out there in a situation like this early in the ball game, it's tough on you. I would say the offense would have had the advantage a little bit because, hey, they've got a break. They're ready to go. And the defense a little bit on their heels. So it's third down and a little less than 5 at the Scrapper 37 for the Panthers. I formation again. Wants to throw. No, hands it off Jackson. Gets, oh, good play in the backfield. Hello, Fellows. Yeah, way to go, Fellows. Threw him for about a yard and a half or so loss. It's going to bring up fourth down now. And a good 5, maybe a little more than that. Mark it back inside, or outside, rather, the 38. And, you know, this would be the night I think I'd want to play for field position, but they may try to draw the Scrappers off sides here, but it looks like they're going to go for it. Slot to the left side. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Big play right here. Fourth down and about 5.5. Tario Dansby wants to throw. Looks downfield. Intercepted and dropped by Ryan Scott. He might have been hit. He might have been touched or hit just a little bit by Welton, Welton Johnson. But that'll be great field position now for the Scrappers. And it'll be marked at the 38-yard line. That's where the Scrappers will take over. So Scrappers, boy, did we dodge a bullet, Jeff.
Oh, I guarantee we did.
Now we need to settle down on offense from the left hash mark. First down from our own 38. One lone setback, and he'll hand it off. Tries to cut up the field, not much, thrown down, and that is going to be Gabriel Green. They're going to mark him for a very slight gain on the play. I've got to almost give him, I don't think we'll give him a gain on that because it's very slight.
Both defensive lines are real aggressive. Linebackers are playing real tough inside the line, both sides, and really protecting the run.
Ball right in the middle of the field. Again, the lone setback. Twins each side. And A.J. will keep the ball. Cuts upfield, and he's going to be tackled at the 40, about the 43. I'm not, got to wait till they unpile him. May not have quite made the 43. Let's see where they place it. Yard marker looks like the 43. Now they're moving it back a little. The nose of the ball's on the 43. So that's about a 3-yard gain. So we've got a big third and about 7 now. Womack checks in. Corey Johnson checks out. Womack will set up in the slot on the right side with the ball on the left hash mark. Twins also on the left side. One back in there also. High snap. A.J. was collared, gets away from one. He's not going to get away from all of them, though. He's going to be tackled. Boy, they had the rush on. They did a great job. Tackled him for a loss on the play back. Where do we get the spot? It'll be around the 37-yard line, where it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what.
Well, they adjusted a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, and they made the adjustment, and they're going to try to find number 2 for the Scrappers, and they know that he's the key in this offense, and that's what they pretty much did on that series.
Well, AJ is looks like he wants to go for it, but he's going to kick it. Wobbly kick, nobody back. It'll take a Scrapper bounce to about the 20, maybe it'll be right on the 20. It looks like. So Scrappers maybe are able to settle down a little bit now. Boy, we had our, did we dodge a bullet? I'm telling you.
Well, that's always scary. There was some controversy early, and that's always, you know, it starts the tension from the very beginning. But you're right. We dodged a bullet, and we actually took advantage of it. Field position has been on our side so far.
Boy, sellout crowd here tonight, Jeff. People around the southern end zone as usual. On the fence rail from the right hash mark now. Again, it's an I formation. Split in to the left. Heavy on the left side. Wanting to hand off. There's the handoff up the middle, and a pretty good little carry, nearly 5 yards. Looks like Benson came up to assist on the tackle along with Arnold. And mark it just shy of the 25, so that's right at a 5-yard gain for, in fact, he might even be a little bit more than that the way they've got it marked. I guess they marked it a little inside the 20, 25 rather. No, 20. Ball is on the 24 is where we'll call it. I formation, split in to the left. And they'll have it a little heavier on the right side this time. That's what they want to do, take advantage of that. And there's the run up the field, close to the 1st down. He's going to be shy by maybe a yard or so. We'll wait till we get the mark. And I believe that was Buckner, was it not, on the carry that time? Yeah, Robbie Buckner. They'll move Buckner in and out, I think, along with Courtney Jackson. 3rd down and about a yard, just shy of the 30. So Scrappers need a big defensive play right here, but this is one of those plays you better be ready. It could be the fake and throw the bomb. This team will do stuff like that. Dansby down under center, I formation, and he'll quarterback sneak, and I don't know if he got it or not. It's going to be really, really close. I don't believe he got it. No gain, I believe, is what it is.
I think you're right. I tell you, I've always been I've always been for the quarterback sneak, but I'm afraid in that case I wouldn't want to go right up against
I'd have put my power, man. In fact, a little bit of a loss, it looks to me like, on the play.
Yeah, absolutely no gain at all.
And they're going to have their punter in there, and that is Dunn. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, DeMarce Dunn, or DeMarc Dunn, standing on his own 15, and Ryan Scott back deep to receive. Boy, what a nice kick. It's going to turn over for him. And Ryan just lets it go. It'll bounce inside the 35 and roll dead at the 33, down there by the Panthers. So we've had about 6 minutes and 50 seconds of football here. And it's a stalemate at this moment, 0-0. Ashdown thought they had one, but were not able to convince the official that the fumble and return was good for a touchdown, and it was brought back actually at the point where the fumble was made. Okay, Whitmore, nobody back with him. Spread formation. Now they're bringing more up. They're not rushing the 3 anymore. Whitmore going to keep it. Runs upfield. Got a little room. 40. Cuts outside. 45. Midfield. 45. Out of bounds at around the 45-yard line, and the Panthers will wait for the spot. I think it'll be around the 47. Boy, he went through a little bit of traffic, and once he broke through there, Jeff, there was a good block, and I couldn't tell who it was. One of our receivers made a real good block out there on that left side to spring him for about another 10 yards.
Yeah, just a straight handoff, and it was a design play because you could tell the blocking was set up perfect for Whitmore, and then with his speed, he got there on the outside, and excellent game.
From the 46, trips to the right, wants to throw, cuts upfield, got a little room, 45, 40, on the field at 40, 35, and inside the 30. Wait till we get the mark, it'll be at around the 28. I think Coach Woods is wanting them to bring some of those guys up so they might open up some of those receivers, and that's going to do it. He doesn't have a running back there at all. And a good job by A.J. He picks it up. They're going to mark it the 28-yard line, where it's a first down for the Scrappers with 4:57 left here in the first period. No score, but Scrappers trying to make a little noise now. From the left hash mark, Twins to the right side, split in to the left. Nobody with Whitmore. Over his head. He's going to have to hurry. I believe he got it. Wow. Snapped over his head back at midfield. Boy, it looked like he was in slow motion there for a minute, Jeff. Boy, that really hurt. That's the one thing right there with this shotgun formation. And, you know, Jeff, I don't believe that we've had one this year. I think that's actually the first.
Well, we hadn't, and I tell you what, a lot of that goes unlooked at. You know, we've gone 5 games in the season without a bad snap, and
well, Hance is doing a good job. I'll tell you, he really is.
But I tell you what, that's a 7-yard backwards pass every play. You know, and I tell you what, and on a wet night, it
second down and 30. Got a man. Wilson trying to break free. There's a long pass. It's going to be intended for Winton, and it goes incomplete. I'll tell you what, he hung that one up. Wilson had lost his man and was coming back. And I'll tell you, he was open. And I don't know, evidently he wasn't seen, but Dansby back on the defense for the Panthers. It'll bring up third down and 30 now for the Scrappers back at the 49. So a couple of miscues by the Scrappers. Ashdown with no mistakes so far in the ball game, Jeff.
No, playing a good defensive ball game so far.
Ball placed just inside the left hash mark for Panther 48. One lone setback along with Whitmore. Wants to hand it off. Fellas, not much room. Got a little bit of room. Still on his feet. He's inside the 40, close to the 35. And let's see what Coach Wood will want to do on fourth down. Well, he gets about nearly 15 of it back. Maybe a little less than 15 of it.
Good hard run by Fellows. He was actually hemmed up about with a 3-yard gain, and he broke that tackle and kind of turned out of it. Excellent run.
Excellent run by Fellows. And I think he's going to go for it. He's getting the play from Coach Wood, signaling the play in. They're letting the play clock run. It's at 13. Scrappers aren't on the line yet, and they're just kind of, in fact, he hadn't even signaled the play in yet. He may be going to let, he may let it run down, just take a timeout. It's at 5 seconds. I think that must be what, yeah, that's what they do. Timeout on the field. Our score, 0-0. Scrappers facing 4th and 17 at the Panther 35. 3:09 left in the first. Back in just a moment. back here at Scrapper Stadium, no score. 3:09 left here in the first period, and it's 4th and 17 for the Scrappers. And Jeff, you pretty well know they're going to go for it. They wouldn't be calling a timeout. They're over there looking at all their plays and everything on the sideline. What do you think they're going to do?
Well,
got to throw it, I would assume.
Yeah, I think that I think they will. They're definitely trying to execute the right play. I tell you, I can't see punting here as being an option. Being on the 35, that makes for a tough punt. You know, there's always a chance of kicking it in the end zone and only gaining, 15 yards from the play. But looks like we're going for it. We got a back in the backfield, so there's always that option to run.
Trips to the right, split in left. Corey Johnson, the setback. Whitmore, back deep to receive. Wants to throw, I say to receive. Looks upfield. They got a man and intercepted and dropped. Well, it's probably a good thing, Jeff, that he dropped it for the Panthers, that is. They'll take over right at the marker there at around the 35. Otherwise, it would have been at around the inside or just outside the 20. So good, I would say better field position because he dropped it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tell you what, I'm shocked to see that Ashdown defensive backs playing a heck of a game. They've got a lot of quickness.
Hey, listen, they may be the best in the state, I think. They are really, really good. That's saying a lot, but they are very good. All right, here we go. Offset I. Flanker to the left, split in right. Tario Dansby up under center. Hands it off and tripped as he went across the line of scrimmage and got about a yard. And I don't think anybody actually tackled him, Jeff. What did you see? It looked like he just stumbled.
Yeah, he tripped over somebody's foot. I couldn't tell.
Could have been.
Yeah, but there was definitely a hole there, but he got his feet tied up and just gained a one there with Lucky on that one.
Looked like there was a little bit of a hole there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Second down, about 9 for the Panthers at their own 36. Offset backfield. Split in this time on the left side, flanker right. Dansby again up under center. This time he wants to throw. Looks for a man. Got a fly pattern. Got the man shoving him off and incomplete. Well, I'll tell you what, he's trying to lobby a little bit, and that is that D. Williams young man, junior. They say he's around 6'5", and I'll tell you what, a good job by Orlandis Trimble to do his best to stay with him, and it looked like D. Williams kind of had his arm on him.
Yeah, there was a little pushing and shoving going on. Both guys excellent at their position, and tell you what, Trimble was right there in his hip pocket that time. Good job by Trimble to be there. That would have taken just an excellent throw for that to be being completed.
3rd and 9. Slot to the left side and split in right, split backs now. Every play is a big play. Dansby drops, looks, wants to scramble, goes outside. Scrappers after him, gonna hold on to him and tackle him back at the 30. Oh, nice play, and was that Zach Taylor?
Yeah, I think it was, yes, 65.
Yeah, Zach Taylor knifed through there and made the big hit. It'll be 4th and 16. So Dunn will be back in deep punt formation. Ryan Scott standing on his own 40. Dunn just outside the 15 at around the 17. Good snap. Dunn will get it away. Another nice kick, wobbly. And the ball will roll dead at the 34. So it's been toe-to-toe, Jeff, so far in this game.
It has. So far, we've seen a defensive battle, just two teams really getting it after it on defense. Of course, a few big plays on offense, but there again, some turnovers that we're just going to have to overcome and put this offensive drive together, I guess.
Mistakes are the difference, I think, right now. I want to think that the Scrappers would have had a score by now had it not been for mistakes, dropping the ball on the ground and then the snap over the head. So here we go. Whitmore again with the run, tripped up, goes across the line of scrimmage, gets outside, needs a block, and we gave up on it, but he gets to midfield, 49-yard line of the Panthers. Boy, he just came out of the crowd, tripped him up, got in a big pile there, and all of a sudden he breaks out and goes to his right.
Tell you what, A.J. has excellent a feel for the run game, and that's exactly what he did. The defense pinched hard on him, and he just basically rolled out of it and turned it outside. Great job there.
About a 17-yard run from the right hash mark. Panther 49. Whitmore, high snap, wants to run again. Cuts upfield. This time he won't get much, maybe a couple. Good job by the linebacker that time.
Yeah, Jeremiah Miller.
You bet. He really knifed in there and read it perfectly, didn't he?
Yes, he did. That I don't know how that play was designed, but it didn't look like anybody got there for that block, and he just pretty much had the angle.
Mark at the 47, about a 2-yard gain for Whitmore. That's the Panther 47. Nobody back with Whitmore. Wants to run again. That's what it's going to be, it looks like, and they're trying to, they're putting more people in the box. They're trying to key on A.J. now. Mark at about the 45. About another 2-yard gain. And it'll bring up 3rd and 6 now. Actually, I'm going to have to give you a little more than that. It's going to be about 3rd and 5, maybe a long 5. Ball right in the middle of the field.
You know, normally when we're talking about A.J. running the ball, it's normally after a scramble or after some type of delay, and right now we're not seeing that.
These are design plays, aren't they?
Exactly, just straight dives, and they're blocked just like that. And the only thing I can figure the advantage of that is to draw more people for Ashdown inside that box. Right now they're playing 7, which means they're having to play man coverage.
All right, that's the end of the first period. We've got no score here at Scrapper Stadium. The Panthers and the Scrappers battling out here on the hill in Nashville. We'll be back with the second period in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Jim Carlton of Carlton Tire and Muffler in Nashville. We want to wish the Nashville Scrappers and head coach Chris Wood good luck for the 2004 football season. Both the Scrappers and Carlton Tire know the key to success is preparation. We'll be glad to prepare you for the road with quality tires, wheel alignments, brake service, and much more for your car, truck, or RV. I personally guarantee your satisfaction. Even in today's world, that means something. Carlton Tire, 203 Cassidy in Nashville.
We're citizens, future citizens. You're a part of us, we're a part of you. We're citizens, future citizens, hometown citizens just like you. We've been living and growing and learning from you, from what you teach and from what you do. We're citizens, future citizens, hometown citizens just like you.
Member FDIC.
The Panthers, but they've not been able to capitalize in that particular area as of yet. Scrappers with the ball facing 3rd down and a little more than 5 yards, just shy of the 45-yard line of the Panthers, moving toward the southern end zone. It'll be trips to the right side, split in to the left side, and the split on the left side, I believe that's Ryan Scott. Nobody back with Whitmore. There's a snap. This time he's looking. Cuts upfield. They've got him for a loss on the play back at midfield. Well, they reckon, and now that time they just brought everybody.
Yeah, they did. They're running a scheme up front that's causing them to be in the backfield. It reminded me a lot of what Mina was doing early in that ball game. But Ashdown, I tell you what, they've got some really good-looking athletes up front there, and they're getting back there on A.J. Not enough time for him to do anything at that time.
All right, A.J.'s going to punt it. A little bit of a high snap. He'll get it off. There's a wobbly kick. It is going to take a bound inside the 15 to the 10. Still rolling at about the 7 or 8 yard line. A wobbly kick, but they're not trying to field it, Jeff, and I think that's the key too. And the Scrappers are putting somebody back, but we haven't really tried to field the ball yet, and that might be a very wise thing to do on a night like this, is to let it go.
Oh, yeah.
We got a good run that time on the ball after it hit, though.
Yeah, it does. A.J. does a great job at that, and I tell you what, that's just a double threat. You know, you put A.J. back there about 8 yards deep, you know, he can always go for it, and he's doing a great job getting a quick kick off for the Scrappers.
Well, it may be time for the Panthers to make one of those miscues right here. Give the Scrappers a break. Little turnabout fair play maybe. Here we go from the ball in the middle of the field. It's an I formation. Dansby up under center. Wants to hand it off. Second man got some room and gets it across the 15, close to a first down. It very well may be. And I believe that might have been Buckner on the carry. It was.
Good hard run there by Buckner.
Good hard run by Buckner. He's their power guy. He's not real tall, but he's stocky, powerfully built. They're not going to give him a first down, but hey, it's close enough for a measurement, and we'll take a break right along with them back in a moment. All right. Length of the football for the first down, mark at the 18-yard line. Good run by Buckner that time. Got that stack eye formation now. Scrappers jumping around a little bit. And there's the handoff to the tailback, and Fellows snipes through, gets Buckner back inside the 15-yard line. What a play by Fellows. Mark it at the 18-yard line. Wow.
The 14.
Excuse me, 14-yard. Is it 14 or 13? 13-yard line.
5-yard loss.
Yeah, 5-yard loss.
Tell you what, that was
5-yard loss on the play for Buckner that time. All right, ball is placed just inside the right hash mark. Good play by Samuel Fellows. Stack eye once again, shifting everybody around. Got the same set as a moment ago. Scrappers got everybody up. May want to throw this one against the Scrappers. Wants to hand it off. Dansby tries that little midline option we were talking about and gets yardage across the 20 to about the 23. And Jeff, that's the one thing we're worrying about, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the first time they've run it tonight, and I tell you what, we had a hand on him in the backfield, but he broke away. He's a strong kid, and had a crease there. Good gain there, and you're right. That's that little midline option out of the stack eye, which is
got about 8, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Third down and a good 5, maybe even 6 yards to go for the first down for the Panthers at their own 23 from the right hash mark. Trips stacked on the left. One lone setback is Courtney Jackson. Ball's on the ground, and it's fumbled, and they're not going to get it. Let's see who got it. They're still battling for it, and I don't know, but that is one of those breaks, at least for the Scrappers, that they weren't able to run that play, and it'll bring up fourth down, a loss back to about the 21. So fourth down, and I would call it about 7 yards to go now back at the 21 for the Panthers. And Dunn back standing on his own 8-yard line. And at midfield is Ryan Scott. Let's see if Coach Woods is ready for him to try to field one. There's the snap. It's a good one. Gets it away. Another good kick. Ryan Scott will field it at the midfield. Got a little room. 45, 40. Inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. And there is a flag sailing in.
I thought I saw it, too.
Yeah. Probably
not a good flag.
Probably a block in the back, more than likely.
I think so.
But nevertheless, it'll still be a decent field position. Not as good as it would have been.
Tell you what, Scott did a real good job coming up and grabbing that ball on the run.
He certainly did.
Yeah, and getting up.
And got a pretty good block over there, too, to spring him for about another 10. Well, the officials discussing what they want to do. And the referee doing a good job, taking his time tonight. The flag is laying at the 41, so it's going to move it back inside Scrapper territory. It's going to be evidently a hold. It's a 10-yard penalty. And I didn't get the signal, did you? Illegal block in the back is what the call is. 49-yard line of Nashville is where the Scrappers will take over for this drive. Whitmore has his back right beside his right arm. There's the handoff up the middle. Nice hole for Johnson. Doesn't get a lot, but he gets across midfield, picks up another 2 for about a 3-yard gain. And slowly but surely, the Panthers, Jeff, it looks like to me, are beginning to fill the box up a little bit more and a little bit more. That means they're bringing more people up front to try to stop that running game. Whitmore, again, wants to fake the handoff. He'll keep it this time. Gets hit as he gets to the 45, and that's about it. I don't think they're even going to give it to him. They blew the whistle a little bit quicker than that. He ended up on the 45, but they're going to mark him at about the 46. Yeah, 46 and a half. How's that, folks? another big third down. 3rd and about 4 for the Scrappers. Got to get to the 41. Ball on the right hash mark. Twins to the right, Twins to the left. Again with one lone setback, and I believe that's Johnson. Whitmore, there's the good snap. Looks for a receiver. Cuts upfield. Going to be sacked again. What a nice play that time by number 65, Mike Smith. Knife through, played it perfectly. Hey, he just waited till the right time and knife through, nobody on him.
Yeah, you're right. I think, you know, we had mentioned earlier with the type of plays that Nashville's running, you know, I really feel like that Coach Wood is trying to get what they're getting now. You know, they're really pinning toward A.J., and that sets us up more for what we actually are good at doing and what A.J. is able to do.
A.J. gets the punt off, and it's going to hit and bound, and let's see, it's going to be out at about the 24-yard line. And he kicked that to the right far or western sideline, and yeah, I think they marked it right where it hit, actually.
Tell you what, I really feel that Nashville has met their match as far as a defensive line with Ashdown. I don't think they've seen a defense, especially a defensive front, linebackers and linemen like they have tonight.
Well, it's kind of seniors on seniors, isn't it?
That's right.
All right, here we go. Panthers with decent field position at their own 24. Stack eye once again, trying to throw everything at us. And I don't blame him. Balanced it up a little heavy on the right side, it looks like. Now they'll put a wing on the right side as the one of the backs shifts out. Wants to go back against the grain, and not much there, if anything. Looked like big Caden Murray finished it up, but somebody's on the bottom down there.
I think Scott got in there. Ryan Scott got in there to kind of hold him up, maybe even Robbins.
Robbins, it looked like, also in there. Penalty flag, is that no, I'm sorry. Thought I saw something laying out there, but it didn't. So no gain. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Clock running here in the first half. We've got no score, folks. 6:30 left in the first half. Twins to the right side with the ball on the left hash mark. Wing on the right side. Nobody really behind him. Dansby wants to throw. Drops back. Got a man wide open as Williams for the first down at the 40. Boy, he was wide open.
Yes, he was. Looked like they tried to run a little clearing route. They actually ran number 4 deep to clear the safeties, and 3 just kind of fell underneath there and was open for a little hook or a curl. And
about a 16-yard gain, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3's a big kid.
Yeah, he's about 6'5", and he's their go-to guy. And that time, now they're going to start opening that passing game up, evidently. First down for the Panthers at their own 40. Slot to the left side, split backs. Dansby up under center. Again, drops, wants to throw. Going to be the screen, dropped it. And the Scrappers are going to tackle him, but it's a dropped pass is what it is. And I'll tell you what, somebody, who was that? Had a little heads-up play in there. And I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Kadam.
It was.
That came through there, and instead of going after the quarterback, read the play and went back.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that's what it was. Nice play.
You don't see that in high school ball.
No, you don't.
Often.
Heads-up play by Kadam Wraith. 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Their own 40. No score. I formation, Twins to the right. And Dansby again wants to throw. Kadam Wraith coming through. There's the pass to Williams, and he'll pick up about 3. Good play by Ryan Scott and Orlandis Trimble over there. We'll give him 3 yards and mark it to 43, where it'll bring up a big 3rd down play now. 3rd and 7. Well, they're getting their man open, number 3, and that's the guy they really like to throw it to. So this is another huge play, and like I said, it seems like every play is huge in this ball game. 5:11 left here in the first half of play. And we've got a timeout for a moment here by the officials. Let's see what it is. Are we having a sideline warning is what we're having on Ashdown. So move them back, get them off the field. So they're gonna have Williams out there to the wide side of the field. Ball was on the right hash mark. And hey, they will throw it to others. They like their tight end also, Jeff. He's just about as tall. They're about the same. Now, Williams is a big kid, no doubt about it. Looks like Trimble's matched up on him again. 3rd and 7. And Dansby looking for him. Hey, wanting to run the screen maybe. Dansby, Scrappers after him. And don't look like we're going to get him or yeah, I don't know what they got him or not. He might have got the first down. I believe he did. On second effort. Somebody really hit him. But I think he got the first down. Where are they going to mark it?
Right there on the marker.
Right on the marker.
Yeah, I tell you what, Robbins and looked like Scott both came up hard.
Somebody popped him good.
I tell you what, good heads-up play by Dansby. He was actually, you know, that was another one of those things. It looked like they might have been set up for a screen. We had 2 defensive linemen that broke through that just didn't pursue.
That's one of those times maybe they should have and forced him even deeper back there.
Right, yeah. We gave him a little bit of running room there, and he just clipped the corner, and looks like, they gave him the first down.
Sure did, right at midfield. Boy, give it to Dario Dansby. That'll stop the clock on the out-of-bounds play. 4:52 left here in the first half, no score. Ball now on the left hash mark. Slid backs once again. Dansby up under center. This has been all pass plays. Dansby again wants to go back. There's the long pass downfield, and it's incomplete. They're going to call pass interference on the Scrappers, I think. I don't know, Jeff. I thought he put his hands on Orlandis Trimble. It looked like pretty good coverage, didn't it?
Well, it was good coverage. He was there. The only thing a lot of times the official will look at, our guy was not in well enough position to where he could be looking back for the ball. And a lot of times whenever we're not looking back for the ball and we put a hand up, you know, a lot of times they don't take it that we're actually going for the ball. So that might have been what they were looking at there.
Well, Jeff, I've got to say, breaks are going the way of the Panthers in this half, at least. We've got no score with 4:46 left here in the half. Ball now at the Scrapper 35.
Tell you what, that time right there where Dansby dropped straight back to pass, Kadem Ray was on the center. I tell you what, Kadem almost had the center back right in front of Dansby to block the pass.
Here we go. I formation now. And this time they're going to run it. Nice little hole and about a 5-yard run for Courtney Jackson. And see, now they've got the pass established, thrown it every time except this time, I believe, except for the scramble. And that might have been a called play. I don't know. Yes. It's kind of hard to tell.
Looks like now they've gone back possibly to what they feel like they do best, and that's just keeping it right outside.
They like to do it.
Exactly.
This has been a long drive here for the Scrapper defense. Good job by the Panthers with 4:12 left here in the half. I formation, split into the left, or flanker rather, wing right. Dansby hands it off. No, going to take that option, tries to get outside, and he'll maybe get a yard. It looked like he was going to get a lot more, didn't it?
Yeah, he did. Looks like we had maybe Robbins and who would be that outside linebacker? Possibly Scott rolled up there as a safety. Good outside contain that time. And they're doing a good job keeping their eyes on Dansby, because I'm going to tell you, they're going to put a lot of it on his shoulders tonight. And good job containing him in that time.
9th play of this drive coming up. 3rd and 4 at the Scrapper 29 from the left hash mark. Split into the right. I formation. Dansby hands it off. Courtney Jackson not going to make the first down. It'll be 4th down, but he's only a couple of yards shy or less. Well, wait till we get the spot. It'll be about 2 yards shy. 10th play coming up. This is a huge play, just like every one of them happens to be here, with 3:05 and counting here left in the first half. No score. Panthers facing 4th down and 2. Call it the Scrapper 27. Got to get to about the 25. Boy, listen to the crowd. Everybody standing up and hollering. What an atmosphere at Scrapper Stadium. From just inside the left hash mark, stack eye. Split into the left. Dansby up under center. Scrappers try to jump a little bit. Don't move. Now he calls timeout. So that's what they were trying to do, Jeff, is get the Scrappers to jump off sides. It didn't happen. So timeout on the field, 2:32 left in the half. No score. Back in a moment.
Proud supporters of the Nashville Scrappers, Diamond State Bank is Southwest Arkansas's independent community bank. With strong leadership and outstanding team effort, the Scrappers and Diamond State Bank both have promising futures. The bank's employees, officers, and directors are pleased to actively support public schools and athletic programs in 6 great communities. The Scrappers are known statewide for perennial success on the field, while Diamond State Bank celebrates its centennial year as one of the state's strongest, most secure community banks. Member FDIC.
At almost every play, but 4th down and about 2 for the Panthers. They are going to go for it. There's no doubt about it. What are you going to do? You're going to give them 10 yards on a punt, maybe. If you kick it in the end zone, you would only give them 7 yards. So if you brought it out to the 20, so it's one of those things, you either make it or you don't. And if you make it, you get the reward. If you don't, well, you just give it up at around the 25.
Yeah, that's right. Good job there by the defense not jumping, because that is right what they tried to do.
They're going to try it again, probably.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them.
No, I would be ready for that. Ball is placed just inside the left hash mark. Trips to the left, bunched up. Split in to the right. One lone setback. In motion now is Buckner to his left. Dansby wants to throw it out. Cuts upfield, cuts, and he's not going to make it. And the ball will go over on downs. Good play by Robbins. And I believe that was Taylor also in on the play. Maybe Kadam Ray was in on the play. He was. I think Robbins got him first, and maybe Kadam finished him up, and Taylor also in there. Good job by the Scrapper Orange Crush defense. Boy, I hadn't called him that in a long time, but maybe it's time to get it out. What do you think? Great play by the defense. 2:26 left in the half, no score. And Robbins is going to come in on offense now for the Scrappers. And the play clock is running. It'll be Wilson, and I believe that's Winton.
2 tight.
Split to the right side. And again, Whitmore's going to try to run. Cuts upfield, not much. Maybe a yard. Hey, they're just letting him make his move, and then they're collapsing on him.
Yeah, they are. I tell you what, at first I was thinking that we were just trying to draw them in. We have definitely drawn them in. They are coming.
We have done that.
There's no doubt about it. They're pinning their ears back, and they're coming to get us. And most times, AJ is at least getting touched in the backfield.
Well,
that time.
Just inside 2 minutes, Jeff. What we need to do is just run the clock out here in this first half and go into halftime, 0-0, 150. Waiting the snap. There it is. Handoff. Gabriel Green cuts upfield. He's at the 20, or 30 rather, and outside the 30 to about the 33 or 34 yard line. Nice little run that time by Gabriel Green. And it looks like Ryan Scott may be hurt a little bit. Or is he? No, I guess not. He might have had some other problem. He comes off the field.
Looks like we're going under center first time tonight.
Yeah.
Put in the big formation.
1:20 and counting. 20 seconds left on the play clock. I don't think they even need to hurry. There's a handoff. It's going to be Fellas. Boy, he put his head down, and he's very close to the first down. I think he got it. He may have got it by 2 yards. Nice, good run that time by Samuel Fellas. Well, that's going to take care of the half for sure. And now Coach Wood might want to try one big play. You got to feel pretty good. You're toe-to-toe with 2 teams that's ranked about 5 and 6, somewhere along in there. One over the other one, depending on the poll you look at. Whitmore wants to throw it. Steps up, going to try to run it, and he's going to be tackled back at about the 35. Well, good coverage. I tell you, this is great. This is a great secondary for the Panthers. And clock continues to run now with 45 seconds now left in the half. Wilson had his man stretched out a little bit, and we may want to try it again. We got 2nd down and only got a couple of more plays. Twins each side. There's the snap, and AJ's going to keep it, and he's going to be swarmed under. And I'll tell you what, that's a lot of beating for that young man here in the first half, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I put a lot on AJ this first half, without a doubt, because we tried to run him, and that time we tried the quarterback counter, and it just was not there.
Well, we're taking unbuckling our chin straps, and 8 seconds, 7 seconds. And that's going to be and the Scrappers kicking team or kickoff team coming out. And they're going to have their speed burners. Buckner is your deep return. Clifford Gray back there also, and he can fly along with Chris Threadgill. Chris Threadgill is a transfer from Mineral Springs, by the way. And he could have sure helped old Gary Seegers down there. But anyhow, they moved to Ashdown, and he's back deep to return. Also back there along with Buckner and Gray.
Tell you, this,
So
I'd almost be surprised if they kicked it real deep on this.
well, here we go. It's a sidewinder, and it's going to be recovered and knocked out of bounds. Well, if he'd let that go, it might have went out of bounds, but it wouldn't have made a whole lot of difference. It went out of bounds at about the 34, and the best they could have done is the 35 unless we kicked it again. And mark it just inside the 34, so I'm going to have to call it the 33. Ashdown with pretty good field position. And the rain also. And you want to think the rain would favor the defense, but boy, you never know in a game like this. Always thought it was fun to play with a lot of rain. It's, you know, you slip and slide a little bit. If it wasn't a big ball game like this. Split in to the left. Stack eye, they'll put him, move the fullback out as a wing. And now they're going to do the toss sweep with Courtney Jackson. Got some room for a good 5 and 6 yards on the carry, maybe even a little more than that for Courtney Jackson. They'll mark him actually across the 40. 7 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 3. And it looks like, Jeff, what they're doing, they're loading up a little bit on one side, and they did a little bit of that in the first half. It looked a little different than what that was there. But we saw that. Prescott used that against us somewhat, and it looks like that's what Ashdown is also trying to do. Again, the stack eye now. Now they're going to load it up on the double wing on the left side. One lone setback, and that's what they're doing. Jackson again, this time no gain. Got loose, and he could go. No. Got him as he crossed the 45. Looked like they had him for no gain, but he just broke the tackle. Mark it to the 48, maybe even the 49. First down for the Panthers.
You had mentioned the shift that they're doing. Basically, what they're starting to do is they're moving their tight end from the left side to the right side, but then they're taking 2 backs out of the backfield and replacing that tight end. What that's allowing them to do is they're gaining advantage by 1 blocker on that side by doing that, and they ran right behind them that time.
All right, split in to the right, and they'll move this tight end over to the right side. Let's see if they shift over again. Now they're going to bring him in as a wing on the right side, so they're loaded up a little more on the right side. There's the handoff. Jackson got a little hole and across midfield, and that's it. Maybe the 49. Host of Scrappers in there, 2-yard gain for Courtney Jackson. And I'll tell you, Ryan Scott in there, Taylor. No, that's Jared Stanley. It's Stanley, Taylor, and Caden Ray up front for the Scrappers. You know, we hadn't seen much of Justin Elliott. You know, Justin's been hurt a little bit, and Caleb Jamison has come in to replace him, and I'm not sure he's even been out there tonight. A little bit of an ailing back, I think, is what his problem is. Again, now an offset eye, almost like a power eye. They'll set a wing on the left side, split in to the right. They'll stay in that. Fake that. It's a little counter play, and right at the line of scrimmage, nothing. Boy, I mean, that was blocked. Good job by that interior line for the Scrappers. On the carry was back I haven't seen. That was number 32 on the carry that time. That's Dunn. DeMark Dunn. And mark it back at the midfield stripe. So a loss on the play of about a yard. 3rd and 8 now. Boy, I tell you, every play, like I said, it's just kind of hang on everything. Now they're going to spread it out. Trips to the left, split into the right. One lone setback, and that's Buckner. He goes in motion to his left. Dansby wants to throw it out. Look downfield. There's the long pass downfield. Got a man. Touchdown for the Panthers. D. Williams, 50 yards. Oh, man, what a pass. And that comes with 9:13. That was right on the money, Jeff.
Yeah, it was. You couldn't He couldn't have drew it up any better for Ashdown. I tell you, they were actually trying to set up a little screen or stop pass, or they disguised it to be a short pass and basically just pumped it out there and went deep and had the big guy going deep that time.
Well, they're faking it to Buckner out in the flat on the left side, and Williams just got behind everybody. Good speed, big 6'5" kid. Here's the point after attempt. There's a placement, and there's a penalty flag, and it looks no good. And if it's against the Panthers, then the Scrappers would refuse it, but it's got to be illegal procedure against the Panthers. And let's see, I guess they're going to get the play over. We don't get a choice.
I think they actually blew the whistle right before the snap.
Well, that's a break for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Missed the kick. And let's see who that is. I think it's 64 kicking, and PAT is Crowder, Michael Crowder. And I don't really know how good he is. He had a good leg into it. He just missed it. Just missed it to the left. Well, he'll get lucky this time. He'll get it to the right down the middle because they get the extra break. Awaiting snap, hits the ground, gets it in there, and it's low, and I don't think he got it again. This time it was right. So the score will hold at 6-0 Panthers. A little glimmer of hope there for the Scrappers after giving up the big play to D. Williams, 50-yard touchdown pass. Back in just a moment. Not as much on that one play as they had the entire first half, 50 yards. 6-0 Panthers, 9:13 left in the third quarter. Scrappers need to answer. They missed the extra point, so it is 6-0. Scrappers, if they score and kick the extra point, they could have the lead. So here we go with the kickoff. It is high. It will be taken by Wilson at the 18, to the 25, to the 30, sideline, 45, and knocked out of bounds at midfield. Or was that Andre Hendricks? That was Andre Hendricks, not Wilson. Nice run by Andre Hendricks.
Good heads-up play there because he had to come up for the ball. And I tell you what, I may be wrong, but I want to say that is the first time that we actually took it straight down the field. Normally we take it to the middle of the field and with Hayden Arnold, and good heads-up play, just keeping it down the sideline. There wasn't anybody there until he got to around the 45.
All right, we'll call it the 47-yard line. That was about a 25-yard return that time for Andre Hendricks from the left hash mark. Again, Whitmore, 50. Across the 50. He's at the 45-yard line, and Scrappers going back doing just what they did in the first half. I tell you what, Whitmore must be a workhorse because they are working him to death, folks.
It's definitely, like we said in the first half, it's definitely a design play of just a straight dive. He's the only one in the backfield, and they're just trying to pound it. And that time, the left side of the line gave him a good crease.
Quads to the right. Split in to the left. Shotgun again. Whitmore again wants to run, tries to get outside, nothing. Well, they're not going to give him his forward progress. They're going to give him a 2-yard loss on the play. He got back to the line of scrimmage. And I'll tell you, it's tough to get yardage when you don't have anybody blocking for you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they had on that play, nobody blocking for him. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 5 now. Robbins is going to check in. Looks like he'll be one of the setbacks. They're going to a power formation now for the Scrappers. 3rd and a good 4 from the 47. Handoff. That's going to be a whistle. Maybe against the Scrappers.
Oh, timeout.
Oh, timeout was called. I'm sorry. And I didn't catch who called. It's Ashdown that called the timeout. So that's the first timeout here in the second half for the Panthers. We'll take a break. Panthers leading 6-0. Well, Jeff, there's a timeout on the field, but there's also a flag, and it is still laying there. And I don't know if there actually is a penalty. He has yet to pick it up. I think it's going to be, if it is a penalty, it's against the Scrappers. He's still got it in his hand. And evidently, it is not a penalty. Well, here we go. It's an I formation, slot right. Scrappers going to be the toss sweep. That's going to be with fellas first down at the 40, 39-yard line of the Panthers. Well, Jeff, we may have to do something like that. You know what?
Yeah, I tell you what, actually, that was a play that's been effective for Ashdown. They came out the first half running it, and here we come running it. Just a good toss sweep, good lead block that time. And I tell you what, Fellows, good hard run.
It certainly was. And now we're running some of the same type of offense that they ran. And there's a handoff, Fellows. Got the ball up to the 35, and a nice hard run again by Samuel Fellows. And it looked like he might have been stopped that time right at the line of scrimmage by Alexander Ricks. I tell you, he was right on him, and evidently he just slipped right by him, the defensive end on the right side. So about a 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6 at the 35 of the Panthers. There's a handoff. Fellows again, left side, penalty flag, and Fellows will pick up a couple. Let's see what it is. These kind usually are against the offense, holding against the Scrappers. Boy, howdy. Not what you need. And let's see, that's going to be another 10-yarder. And that's going to be 3 penalties for 35 and 1 for 5 against the Panthers.
Little counterplay that time. I couldn't catch who was holding, but that is a play that you can get caught on. A lot of cross blocking and down blocking, and I tell you, someone got picked up for it that time.
All right, 2nd down, back at the 45, and got to get all the way to the 30. So it's 2nd down and 15 for the Scrappers. Got a little something going, make a little mistake, and boy, these are big mistakes in this kind of ball game. And here we go, toss sweep. Fellows wants to throw it. Throws it downfield, got a man, intercepted at the 25. Underthrown and still on his feet. That's Clifford Gray, and he burned us last year, and he's tiptoes the sideline. What another play by Clifford Gray. He makes one every ball game. Underthrown that time. We try the halfback pass, and it backfires. And Jeff, he had it read, but he also read the passer, and he could tell it was underthrown.
Well, we mentioned earlier Ashdown being in man coverage, and you know that cornerback a lot of times won't bite on a fake run because he knows he's got that receiver, and just like that, he was on him real good, underthrown ball. Tell you what, Gray made a great catch and a good run.
2nd turnover of the game by the Scrappers. Mark it at the 42 of Nashville. They stepped out way back upfield. We thought he was much further. Ball on the left hash mark. I formation. Dansby wants to hand it off. Jackson gets outside, got some room. Scrappers trying to string it out. That's Buckner, rather, and thrown out of bounds at about the 30, inside the 30, close to the 25. Boy, the Panthers are fired up, Jeff. Scrappers on their heels a little bit right now. And I'll tell you what, Arnold talking to the official a little bit, letting him know what's going on. He's probably talking about some holding that's going on. Panthers not getting any calls against them tonight, only 1 for 5 yards, and I can guarantee you James Arnold knows what's going on. He's a fiery player. Plays linebacker and plays on that offensive line also for the Scrappers. 1st down now at the Scrapper 27. And the Panthers leading 6-0, threatening once again. Dansby up under center. Wants to roll out. Rolls right. Got some room. Got 1st down yardage and more, and Scrappers are going to get him, but not until he picks up another 1st down around the 15-yard line. And I'll tell you what, that was just a design play. That was roll out all the way and run. He wasn't going to throw it. No. Mark it on the 15.
Yeah, you're right. They've been effective running the ball, especially on the right side, and they just faked it, and he kept a naked bootleg out, and there just wasn't anybody there.
I'll tell you, he's taking it right to the Scrapper defense right now, Jeff. It's actually just slightly inside the 15. I formation. Split in to the left, wing right. 1st down at the Scrapper 15. Dansby hands it off. Jackson, big. Oh, that's Buckner. He's going to score. Or did he? No. Mark it at the 1. Boy, they just blew open. Handoff over right tackle that time. I guess what do you call that, a blast?
Well,
it wasn't really a blast, but
they actually led the fullback, I believe, the opposite direction. So some type of just cross play or
okay.
And
mark it at the Scrapper 2. 1st and goal. I'll tell you what, this young offensive line for the Panthers, Jeff, right now are blowing the Scrappers off the line. That's something we hoped we wouldn't see. Hand off, Buckner again. This time he's going to keep his feet and go into the end zone. I'll tell you, Arnold had him for a loss. Is there a flag? I thought I saw one. There is a flag, and let's see what it is. Arnold had him at the 5, but he put his hand down, broke the tackle. Holding against the Panthers. Wow. What a huge play. First big penalty against the Panthers.
Tell you what, this actually, I hadn't thought about it until now, but this actually puts the Scrappers in a situation that they hadn't seen this year. You know, being
behind like this.
Being behind.
And later in the ball game.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm anxious to see how they step up and perform, how they react to this.
They're going to mark it at about the 12 or 13 yard line, Jeff. It looks like more like the 13, does it not?
Yeah, about the 13.
So first and goal now at the Scrapper, maybe just inside the Scrapper 13, ball right in the middle of the field. 5:45 left in the third. Panthers leading 6-0, but threatening once again. Offset eye. And wants to throw. Looking toward the end zone. Gets outside, cuts upfield. Are they going to get him? No, he gets loose. He's got a clear field. I don't know if the Scrappers can catch him. They cannot. Touchdown, Cartario Dansby, rather. I'll tell you what, they had him dead to rights over on the left side. He ran all the way across the field, and we didn't have the speed to catch him. He was too fast. A 13-yard run by number 2. And that comes with 5:21 left in the third, and the hole is getting a little deeper for the Scrappers. We're going to have to open it up a little bit now, and you don't like to have to do that. Big extra point attempt right here. Awaiting the snap, a high snap. They're going to go for 2, and they're not going to make it. There's I can't think, he just fumbled it, actually. And so it's no good. Score will hold at 12-0 Panthers. Panthers in the driver's seat at the moment. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. .5:21 left in the third period. And we've had some chances. You know, we've been threatening a little bit, but we do something that just kills us, Jeff.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, granted, there's a lot of time left in this ball game, but there's not a better time to come up with a drive right here for a score because of just the momentum swing. You don't want to leave the momentum on Ashdown's side for very long.
Well, Scrappers are going to have to get a score here to fire up the defense a little bit. It looks like they're on their heels just a little bit right now. There's the kickoff, and it is a good one. And they're going to let it go into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20. Well, that's a tremendous kickoff that time. South to north. And, boy, Dunn got his foot in that one, didn't he?
Yeah, it actually landed in the end zone.
He certainly did. Razorbacks need to sign him up. I don't know. Can they get it past the 20 or 15? I've seen some that wasn't very far. I'm making a joke, folks. It's not a very good one either. All right, here we go. Scrappers need to wake up. We're going to have to do something besides just run number 2. It looks like now down 12-0. AJ awaiting the snap. Gets the handoff. Gives it off. Good hold. 30. And he stumbled. Oh, he had more yardage. And that was Corey Johnson on the carry. It's enough for a Scrapper first down at the 32. I'll tell you what, he had a little more. If he'd have cut outside, I don't know how much more, but he got a little bit anyway. The rain is coming down. Panthers leading 12-0. 5:14 left in the third. Plenty of time. Scrappers, though, have got to get in the end zone. One lone setback with AJ. Hands it off. Corey Johnson again. 35, 36-yard line. No need to panic yet, right, Jeff? You can't get away from what you think you need to do, but it is important to get a sustained drive. About 4 on that carry. And so far, we've not been able to put a drive together without making some kind of mistake that ends the drive. 2nd down and 6 from the 36. High snap. Johnson on the handoff. Got our little room. Close to a first down. Broke the tackle. He'll be shy by about a yard and a half. It'll be maybe even less than a yard and a half, about a yard. Mark it at about the 42. So it'll be 3rd down, about a yard.
Looks like they're going to measure, maybe.
All right, timeout on the field for a measurement. or is it? Yeah. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. All right, here we go. Third and about 6 inches. Mark at the Scrapper 42. AJ up under center. They got about 9 men in the box. There's the handoff. Good hole. First down for our fellows at the just shy of the 45. And so that will be a first down for the Scrappers.
Tell you what, Ashdown's doing a good job with their defensive linemen tying up our offensive linemen, and I know a lot of times, and I don't know the scheme, but a lot of times your linemen have to get up to linebackers, and Ashdown's linebackers are really coming up and making some great plays, some good tackles.
First and 10 Scrappers just shy of the Scrapper 45, down 12-0. Scrappers trying to get something going. One lone setback. Handoff Johnson, right side, not going to get much. He might get a yard. Well, they're gradually bringing guys up now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're kind of honing in on that, because out of that formation, the Scrappers haven't shown that we have that we're wanting to throw very much.
No, and well, you know, they've got to be thinking that the rain, and that's a lot of times a team that throws the ball has just got to overcome that, and we may see that.
Second down, about 9 at the 46. Trips to the right. AJ wants to run. He's going to be thrown for a loss. Boy, I tell you what, they had it called, read it perfectly. Great defensive play. I tell you what, they just calling a great defensive game right now, aren't they, Jeff?
Yeah, they are. I tell you, their ends are getting upfield, and
well, they're reading those plays, and we're running right into it. I mean, we got trips left, or right rather, with a wing right also, and then we roll right, and they're not doing anything but just coming after him. The defensive end came really untouched, it looked like. So now 3rd and 14 for the Scrappers. Scrappers with the handoff. Corey Johnson got a little run, but it's going to bring a 4th down at midfield. It's going to actually be the 49-yard line of Nashville. Well, Jeff, 2:45 left in the 3rd. You got to score twice. I think he's going to go for it. Man, I don't know. 4th and 5. Well, you think they're going to come after AJ? I can guarantee it. Twins each side. Nobody back there. AJ drops. Rolls out. Wants to throw. Got a man. Didn't catch it. 4th down. Goes over to the Panthers at the Scrapper 49. Well, he's trying to make something happen. And I tell you, the play looked like it was there. It was just a little underthrown.
Yeah, we hadn't actually thrown the ball much tonight, so that was a different look. There's no doubt about it. And it looks like just a comeback route, or well, that's what it was, just a sideline comeback route. And that ball has to be thrown outside, but it was a little outside and low, and it was just hard to catch.
It looked like the end was really coming after AJ once again. So first down, Panthers, Scrapper 49. In motion goes Williams to his left. Ball's on the ground. He pick it up, and that's going to be Dansby still on his feet. Scrappers can't get a hold of him, and finally tackle him back at about the 43. Well, he's not as slippery as the number 2 we saw last week in A.J. Lewis, but he's no slouch, is he?
No, I tell you what, I'd put him up there pretty close. I tell you, and granted,
had him about 2 or 3 times in.
Yeah, we did. Had him hemmed up to rights, and just didn't. He just slips out, and granted, not to take anything away from him, because he's an excellent athlete, but a lot of that is just trying to arm tackle, and our defensive lineman is getting back there. We just need to make better form tackles. 2nd
and 16, back at the 44-yard line of Ashdown for the Panthers, leading 12-0. I formation now. Dansby wants to throw. Got the Williams out there again, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, good job by And there is a flag, and I don't know who it's on, but I'm wanting to think it's on the Panthers, the way it was thrown. They wanted a call against, I think, against Arlandis Trimble. They got one earlier in the ball game.
Looks like motion on Ashdown.
Motion on Ashdown, and Scrappers are going to refuse it.
Tell you
And that'll
what,
bring up third down.
tell you what Trimble did that time, and it goes back to what I had said the time that they called a flag on him. That time, and he'll be able to see it on tape. He actually got around and got a chance to look at the ball, and that makes all the difference in the world. And he actually jumped up to make a play for the ball. And granted, there might have been a little bit, but they will not call it normally in that situation.
Well, he's putting Williams out there again. Ball right in the middle of the field. 3rd and 16 for the Panthers from their own 44. One lone setback. Twins on the right side. Actually, Stacks on the right side. Wants to throw it again. Steps up in the pocket. Scrapper's trying to hem him in. Can't do it. He's got to get out. Whoa, somebody like took his head off over there.
Robbins Excellent
really
play.
collared him. Dansby still down. He may be hurt. Now he's getting up slow, though. Boy, Robbins just clotheslined him at the 45.
Shook him up pretty good.
Wow. What a hit by Steve Robbins. 4th down and 15.
Great job that time by the defense. You couldn't ask any more from him right there.
Well, he looked like he was looking for Williams, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he was. And I tell you, they were put in a very tough situation right there, and they actually came out shining.
Good snap. Gets it away. And it went out of bounds across the way at 39-yard line. Pretty good field position for Nashville. And, hey, we're at 38 seconds left in the 3rd. We're going to get what? Maybe 3 more possessions? Or counting this one?
Yeah, counting this one, I'm guessing 3.
I mean, it depends on what Ashdown does, of course.
Especially if our defense stands up like they did right there. I tell you, I'm impressed with that stand.
One, maybe. Yeah, but we're going to have to, I mean, it depends on how long our drives are. We got to punch the ball in the end zone. It's put up or shut up time now. Down 12 with the 4th quarter just about there. A.J. Whitmore on the run, not much. I don't know if that's going to do it, Jeff.
I don't either.
They're selling out to that right now, and that's going to be the end probably of this 3rd quarter. They haven't started the play clock, and they're inside 20 seconds. And let's see, Scrappers may get another play off. I wouldn't blame them if they tried. It's about a 2-yard gain. They're going to get the play off. Wanting to throw. Got a player out there. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, I'll tell you what, a good defensive play by the defensive back. I'll tell you what, that was intended for Scroggins, Jeff. Got his hands on it, but the defensive back actually, I don't think he even touched the ball. He just got in the way, and it just messed him up and broke his concentration.
Yeah.
6 seconds left in the 3rd, and it will be 3rd down. Boy, we got to convert some plays.
Big play here, because I tell you, if it's 4th down in this situation, it's a tough call.
And A.J.'s going to keep the ball in traffic. Got a little bit of room, but he's very close to, there's a penalty flag. Let's see what it is. I don't know.
I think it's a face mask.
Now, that may be a face mask right there where it was thrown at the tackle. And he is about a half a yard shy of the 1st down. Now, that is the end of the quarter. And we're going to have to hold it here for just a moment. And I don't think it's enough for a 1st down, but I can't tell. It's awfully close to that. And they may want to measure it.
I think they're discussing how they're going to mark it. I think we do have a face mask penalty. They're just discussing
now, can you
how to
end
mark it
the
off.
quarter on a defensive penalty? I don't. One way or the other, you can't. I'm not positive about that, and I'm not that much up on my rules as I should be. They're going to measure it. And let's just hold it right here, because we're going to get a break here in just a moment anyway. It looks to me like it might be slightly shy. Now they mark off the penalty. And I think what they're going to do, let's see.
They'll go ahead and change quarters now. They should. I think you can't end the game on a defensive penalty.
You can't end the game, I know, on a defensive penalty. And if I'm not mistaken, you can't start the next quarter on a defensive penalty either. Now, guys, if I'm right, eat crow. Hey, am I right? Am I right? Am I right? You bet I am.
That's what
Here we go. And there's the handoff. No, A.J. wants to throw. Gets out of trouble again. Tries to cut up field. cuts upfield, still on his feet. He is going to pick up about 3 more yards. Oh, boy. What a run by A.J. Tackle for a loss, gets loose, and gets about 4 yards gain to make it 2nd down and 6. That's the end of the quarter. Ashdown leading after 3, 12-0 over the Scrappers. Back with the 4th period right after this.
For the past 40 years, Charlie's Thriftway has provided dependable service and competitively priced grocery product to you, their valued customers. Because of your continued support and faithfulness, Charlie's has been able to provide you with the latest technology available in the grocery industry, as well as the newest grocery products as they are introduced to the public. On behalf of Charlie's 45 employees, a sincere thanks for its you that enables us to continue supporting our community and trade area. Charlie's proud to be a part of this community and pledge to continue to bring their customers what they want, when they want it, and at the lowest possible price. Charlie's, the grocery leader, Nashville.
All right, here we go. Well, nevertheless, whether I'm right or not, it's going to stand, folks. Scrappers got 1 more play at the end of the 3rd quarter on the defensive penalty. Ball on the left hash mark, 2nd down, and a little more than 5. And there's the handoff. Fellas, left side, got a little room, got him a 1st down, bumped out of bounds. After the 1st down and a little extra, as he gets to around the 35, he may be at around the 34.
Tell you what, I sure like
This
seeing
is a
fellas
huge
on
drive.
that dive. He runs hard. He's doing an excellent job running the football. Granted, he doesn't run the ball for us all the time, and it's always susceptible of a possible fumble not being our true, I guess, tailback you would say. But I sure like to see him with the ball.
All right, 1st down at the 33 of Ashdown. No setbacks. A.J. wants to throw. Rolls out. Looking. Got a man at the sideline, tipped. And I tell you, that play wasn't there. I don't think he had a chance. A great job by Buckner on defense that time. Intended for Winton. He would have never caught it because Buckner was right there and he actually tipped it. And I'm not sure if it would have been complete had Buckner not even been there, because it was that close to the sidelines and it looked like he might have caught it out of bounds had it not been anybody there to deflect it. 2nd down, that stops the clock, 11:44. 2nd down from the 33 of Ashdown. Now he's got a setback with him. And he rolls out. That's going to be the option. That's going to be with Fellows. Gets across the 30 for a good 5-yard gain, maybe a little more than that. We'll wait till we get the spot on the sideline at around the 26.
We hadn't seen that play yet this year.
No,
Speed
but I
option.
know they've run it.
Yeah, speed option out of the gun. I like it. A.J. did a pretty good job taking it to the end that time.
Give him 7. 3rd rather, and 3 now from the right hash mark. And still has Fellows in there as a setback. Oh, Scrappers move. Oh, my. Oh, my. Whoa. Boy, I like to messed up, folks. Hope I didn't turn us off.
Definitely no time for silly mistakes.
And that's exactly what it was. It was just a mental error that time. So mark it back 5. It'll be, instead of 3rd and a short 3, now it's going to be 3rd and about 7. Again from the right hash mark. Fellas on the carry. Not going to make much. And now it'll be 4th down. See what a mistake can do. Even had he not got the 1st down, he'd have picked up a yard or so, and it'd been maybe 4th and a yard. Now we've got 4th down again, and it's been the mental errors. There hadn't been lots and lots of them, but there've been just enough to hurt us.
Right, and on nights like tonight, you know, there's so many chances for error. You don't want something like that to be one of them.
4th and about 7. A.J. pressure, wants to scramble, throws it downfield, tipped and intercepted at the 15, 16, maybe 17. Well, Jeff, that is better for us because we weren't going to catch that one. I think that was Dansby that intercepted it. They're going to mark it at the 18 or 19. We'll call it the 19.
Well, I tell you, that time, and granted, we've got a sophomore quarterback, and I'm not going to use that as an
There
excuse,
is a penalty
but,
now, Jeff. Let's see what
well,
it is.
I saw exactly what happened, and it's not good.
Not good for us or not
No,
good for them?
It's not good for us.
Oh, okay.
First mistake was
I'd make us run another play.
AJ was scrambling and basically had to throw it up in desperation. And when you do that, you don't want to throw it up in the middle of the field.
Oh, they're going to tack it on after the play.
There's a personal foul.
Okay.
AJ and a linebacker got into it, and
AJ?
Yeah.
He's bigger than you.
AJ got the last licks, though.
Oh, he did? That's why he got the penalty.
And the penalty.
And the penalty. Okay. Well, AJ, can't do it, buddy. Down 12-0, 10:26 left. Hey, this defense for the Panthers has bent, but they have not broken. And now they just need to run clock, don't they? Scrappers have got to score twice. I formation now. We're probably going to see some Courtney Jackson. No, that's going to be Buckner with a big hole. He's got room. Scrappers are going to have to tackle him in the secondary. Buckner across midfield. Run out of bounds at about, and there was nothing fancy there. It's just straight ahead blocking, doing it very, very well. Mark it at the Scrapper 43. That's not what we need. That did stop the clock on the out of bounds play. And the ball is placed on the right hash mark. But the Panthers controlling the game now. Offset eye. And looks like Williams flankered right from the right hash mark. Ball's on the ground, and let's see who got it.
I think Nashville might
I
have
think Nashville snuck in there. Yeah. Let's see. One official's pointing that way. And I don't know.
No.
Now, it looks like Dansby came up with it, I think. Yeah, Dansby got back in there. No gain on the play. Well, a big break for the Panthers. 9:50 and counting left in the ball game. Still the 43-yard line, and the Panthers taking all the time in the world, and you can't blame them, can you, Jeff?
No.
Running that clock with 9:35 left. Again from the right hash mark, flankered right is going to be Williams, an I formation. Dansby up under center. Wants to hand it off. Buckner slips another tackle, gets outside, runs over a man and runs him out of bounds. Trimble on the tackle. Well, I say he ran over him. Trimble didn't give up, did he?
No, he didn't. Held his ground, got him out of bounds.
And got him at about the 43. And if he got him out of bounds, that's good. He'll stop the clock. Yeah, 43-yard line. Only got about a yard. Third down. Big third down play right here. Well, we need to stop them for no gain and make them punt it. We got to get the ball back. We got, like we said, 3 at the most, and that was 1 while ago. And if they pick up first downs, it's going to whittle that down. Twins to the left. Got a wing left. Toss sweep. Scrappers have him in the backfield. Loss on the play. All the way back at midfield. The ball carrier was number 44, Burris, and we hadn't seen him hardly at all tonight.
Tell you what, textbook play by Jamison that time.
It certainly was.
Staying on that outside shoulder, coming upfield. Great play there by Jamison.
Fourth down, and let's see, about 17, 18 yards to go.
And couldn't come at a better time.
No, it certainly couldn't. Punter in. I think they got somebody else punting. I may be wrong, but it's what it looks like. Awaiting the snap. We need a break. Good snap, however. Gets it away. Good kick. And we're going to have to let it go, and it's going to take an Ashdown bounce to the 5-yard line. Wow. That is a wow. Well, we got 95 yards to go with 8:31 left in the game, and we got to do it twice. And so far, we have not shown big play capability in this ball game. Now, the rain has slacked up quite a bit, but it has not quit. Boy, you got to give Coach Ledford credit tonight. He has got these guys ready, and he's done that now the last 4 years. And I tell you what, he's built these guys up and got them strong, hasn't he?
Well, there's no doubt about it.
I mean, they are strong. All right, Scrappers have got to make some noise now. First down and 10 at their own 5, and A.J. wants to throw. Got a man on the fly pattern. Complete to Winton. Oh, my. Right over Buckner at the 40-yard line. Perfect pass. I can't believe Buckner didn't get a hand on it.
Well, he was right there.
Right on him.
He was right there, in a great rail route that time by Winton. And I tell you what, the ball couldn't have been thrown any better. Great concentration by Winton because the defender was right there. His hand was in his face. Good catch.
Oh, man. I can't believe that Buckner didn't get a hand on it. Great catch by Winton. Slot to the left side, ball on the right hash mark. Handoff, that's going to be Johnson. Left side, got about 7 or 8 yards on the carry to the 48. Scrappers going back to that ground again. We're going to give him 7 on it. Second down and 3. And here we go. Trips right, split in to the left. And Whitmore wants to throw. Pressure coming in. Whitmore fires it downfield for Winton. It looked like he was pushed, but the official did not see it. I thought maybe that Buckner, that's not Buckner. I thought somebody got a hand on Winton a little bit, but I may be wrong. That'll stop the clock, however, on the incompletion with 7:42 left. Ashdown leading 12-0. And now we'll have Wilson split wide to the left side. Trips to the left side, split into the right. Handoff, Corey Johnson up the middle, nothing. It'll bring up 4th down. Well, it's kind of the way it's gone all night, Jeff. We do a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, we just can't get it done. That's kind of the way it's been. Great job, and he's sending another whole bunch in, Ledford is, and these are going to be the speed guys, and I'll bet you they're coming after him. What do you want to bet?
Looks like we're going.
He got him up under center this time with an I formation. Toss sweep. That's going to be Fellas trying to get outside. Got him some room. First down across midfield. And let's see. They are going to mark him at about the 47 or 8-yard line of the Panthers. That'll stop the clock with the movement of the chains, and I'm not sure if he actually got out of bounds or not. We're going to call it the 48.
Tell you what, they ran a sweep that time with a crack block by Winton, which he did a great job and left some room out there for Fellas to run. Okay, the clock starts. He didn't get out of bounds. Pass play. And there's the pass downfield. Winton, complete at the 20. Inside the 20. Boy, if he'd caught him in stride, it'd have been 6. Great adjustment. Well, we got a little time left, not a lot. 6:58. That'll move the chains to the 19. Well, we need to punch it in, get the ball, and do it again. And here we go. Twins to the right. Wing right. Split into the left. Lone setback back there with Whitmore. And here we go. And the whistle. Boy, a high snap. Coming after him. Whitmore on the run. Gets outside. Cuts upfield. Got some room. Close to another first down. Inside the 10, I believe. He's going to be shy of the first down. I think they're going to mark him right on the 10. 6:40 left. Bringing the big boys again. They got the first down with them, and they're going to go back with them, try to punch it in the end zone. Oh, yeah. Kadam Ray's checked in. This is our big formation, or heavy, or however you want to call it. Clock running, 6:20 left in the game. Toss sweep. Outside, it's going to be Fellas. Cuts up to the 5. That is enough for a first down, however. First and goal at the 5. That will stop the clock with the movement of the chains. Well, I've got 9 plays coming up here on this drive, and we can't spend a whole lot more time on this drive. We got to get one in and have enough time to get it back. From the right hash mark now. Again, that heavy set out there, the big set. Up under center is Whitmore. Handoff, Fellas, right side, cuts toward the goal line, didn't quite make it. He's at about the 1 or 2. Tell you what, good
10
job
plays.
that time by the offensive line coming off the ball.
Yeah.
You know, granted, they didn't get in, but I tell you what, they're really doing a good job coming off. And as long as they can hang on to the football here, I really feel like they're going to
We need to get it in, don't we? Right on this play. 5:45 left in the game. 12-0 Ashdown. Scrappers, second goal, just outside the 1. Handoff. Fellas, right side, plows forward. Looked like he got in. Yes. Touchdown Scrappers with 5:35 left in the game. 1 run for number 21. And Scrappers on the board now. Well, we got part of it done. Maybe this will fire that defense up too, Jeff.
Yeah, I tell you what I like about that play. There wasn't any doubt what Nashville was going to do. They just lined up and did it, and that's impressive. Anytime you can line up, I mean, they were coming right at them, and they did a great job. Offensive line, great run there by Fellas.
Big kick right here too. We need an extra point. Awaiting the snap. There's the snap. The placement's down. The kick is up. Looks good. And it is 12-7. Scrappers down by a 5-point margin. Back with a Scrapper kickoff in a moment. Five-point game. Ashdown leading. All Scrappers need to do is hold them 3 and out. Can't let them have much more than that. Scrappers have what? All 3 timeouts left.
Ashdown's got their hands team in.
Oh, yeah, they got the good hands folks up front. 1 man back. Hey, this would be a good time for a little pooch kick, wouldn't it? To the opposite side of the field.
Oh, there they go.
Now they're sending 1 back. Yeah, they didn't have anybody on that on their right side. So here we go. Only 2 men back deep. Everybody else up front. There's the kick, a squibber. It will be fielded at the 20. That's Buckner, 25. Tries to cut upfield. Scrappers are still after him at the 40. Boy, what a return. Man, give them great field position at the 42. Well, I'm not sure if... I don't know what we were really trying to do there, to be honest with you. It was a low liner, and nevertheless... it hadn't changed. We got to stop them 3 and out regardless.
Well, there's no doubt. That's right. No matter where they are on the field, we've got to put a stop on them real quick.
5:29 left. The clock will start with the snap. Stack formation. They'll move Buckner out of the stack. And there's the toss sweep. That'll be with Courtney Jackson. He's got a little room and close to midfield. Whoa. Well, we had some missed tackles that time, Jeff. It's not what we needed.
No, we were there with that.
Oh, yeah.
We
We had him for nearly no gain.
Yeah, we just didn't wrap up and make the tackle.
Got to give him 8, don't you think? Looks like.
Yes.
Second down and 2 at their own 49. 5 minutes left. Pick up a first down here. It is huge. Each first down is extremely big. Again, the stack. I don't think that's Buckner. That is, no, that's not Buckner. That's somebody else. And here we go again with a toss sweep. That's going to be Courtney Jackson. He's gone. He could go all the way. 35, 30, 25, and run out of bounds by Hayden Arnold inside the 20. That may be a backbreaker right there.
Yeah.
That'll stop the clock now on the out-of-bounds play. But not only that, they get 4, or you know they're going to get 4 chances now. They're at the 18, 19-yard line. That's just missed tackles right there. And, Jeff, you know they're doing this with, in most part, a sophomore line.
Yeah, you're right. Tell you what, their backs are running hard.
From the left hash mark now. Again, the stack eye. Tied in over on the right side. Now they'll bring a wing to the left side. And again, they're going to that side, and Buckner is going to slip a tackle, or did he? Lost on the play of maybe a yard. Scrappers may want to start burning the time out here in just a minute. I know it sounds a little early with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, but somewhere down the line, you can't let them burn up the clock, and you're not going to have much time. Of course, you want to save some of them for a last chance drive. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left on the play clock. So, hey, if I was them, I'd just run it as long as I could. 3:50, 15 seconds on the play clock. They'll set the tight end over on the right side. And they'll shift the wing to the right side, flanker right. And ball on the ground again, and Dansby gave it up, and Scrappers got it. Scrappers have got life with 3:38 left in the ball game. Maybe that will be the difference. Mark it at the 18.
I tell you what, a lot of times when you feel comfortable and the ball game's in your hands, a lot of times you get lax.
That's 3 times,
yeah, that's
at
right.
least.
And it looked like that's exactly what happened. The quarterback got under there, felt real cool, playing the clock like he wanted to, and just didn't get the snap.
All right, we've got time, 3:38 left in the game, and we've got all 3 timeouts from our own 18. Handoff, Johnson, left side, cuts upfield, still on his feet, and he may have a first down very close to the 18-yard line, and the officials are signaling to stop the clock and pointing to a first down. What a nice run that time by Corey Johnson. Mark it, the 28. 3:30 left in the ball game. Twins to the right, split into the left. A wing left, handoff Johnson, trying to get outside, cuts upfield, and he will not get as much as he did a moment ago, but he's across the 30 to about the 32 or 3-yard line, about looks like maybe a 3-yard gain. And clock running, 3:05, can't take a lot of time. Twins right, wing right, flanker left, or split in left rather. Whitmore wants to throw, pressure, slips, a tackle, thrown for a loss at the 25. We may need to burn a timeout now. And we do. So timeout on the field. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 yards to go for the Scrappers with 2:44 left in the game and down by 5. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Kenneth Wilson. I'm a 4th-generation Coca-Cola bottler here in Nashville, and for over 91 years, we have been proud supporters of the Nashville school system, and especially the Scrappers. And for the 4th year in a row, you, our customers, have made us the #1 Dr. Pepper per capita bottler in the United States. Besides being a 4th generation to run this business, I'm a 3rd generation graduate of Nashville High School. My grandfather, Forrest, who along with his father, W.W., started this business, was a 1907 graduate of Nashville High School. My father was a 1942 graduate of Nashville High School, and I was a 1972 graduate of Nashville High School. So as you can see, Nashville, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, and the Nashville school systems have kind of grown up together. And thank you for your business, and continue to support those Scrappers.
Rolls right, looks, pump fake, rolls, got a man, going deep, and incomplete. Boy, a lot of bumping. There is finally a flag, and there's going to be a flag on the Panthers. Boy, I didn't think they were going to call it, Jeff.
Well, it was
a lot of bumping going on.
There were 2 of our guys and 3 of theirs, and I tell you, the ball was just a little bit underthrown, and caused our guy to have to come back to the ball, and caused them to get slipped up and ran right into us.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
And that is.
And we finally got the call.
That's exactly what we needed for a first down. Of course, that's an automatic first down.
2:36, automatic first down. And we're going to mark it at the 40-yard line now, and it would have been a first down anyway. But nevertheless,
tell you what,
boy, a big break.
You know, we thought they were going to come after A.J. They actually gave him time, and what they did, they jumped back in a nickel coverage. They went back to a 3-2, and they're playing actually a 6.
Whatever it is. A.J. Oh, a little shovel pass, and it's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain that time for, it looks like Fellows on the little shovel pass. I'm going to give him 2. Well, we got to get more than that, folks. Clock running. Don't have a lot of time. Got to get the play going. 2-10 and counting. Trips right. Split in left from the left hash mark. There's movement. Scrappers are going to move. Oh, man. Folks, I'm telling you. I don't know what it's going to be. They could call it on the defense if he come across first, and I don't know. They're going to have a conference. And it could, illegal procedure is going to be called against the Scrappers, and I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, we had one guy that just started a little too early.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you know, they've got a case of the nerves right at the moment. 2:03 left. Well, we need another big play. Boy, we're killing ourselves tonight. And we talked about mistakes. We talked about it the first of the ball game. You know, it could be the key.
Well, it's definitely a game like you said, we mentioned earlier. You don't want to beat yourself, and
no,
a lot
you
of
don't.
times with those silly mistakes, that is exactly what you're doing.
2nd and 14, back at the 35 with 2:03 left in the ball game. Boy, it's taking us a long time to get to midfield, isn't it? We need to get there to get a first down. Let's see. And here we go. And there's a Whitmore on the carry, tripped up. He gets a little bit of yard. Whoa, good job of putting his hand down and getting to about the 45. They'll mark him a little shy of it, and it will bring up 3rd down, but I thought there was another flag holding against Nashville. Oh, my. Not only do you lose the time, you lose the yardage and more. Oh, boy. That's a huge play right there. Oh, boy, that's a... That marks it back now to 2nd and forever. Where is it? 26. 24 yards to pick up a first down. You got two... Well, actually, you got 3 downs, but you only got a minute 52 and counting left. A.J. wants to throw. Rolls out right. Got a man. Fires it downfield. Intercepted by Carlos Dansby, and he'll fall down. That's the ball game.
He had 2 receivers in the same spot.
He had a man wide open underneath, though. Winton was wide open.
Well,
and that's going to be the ball game right there, folks. Scrappers have got a couple of timeouts, but that's not going to be enough with 1:43 left. He could have got some yardage then just by running the ball, but trying to pick it up. And it's marked at the 47 of Ashdown. And so now, all they've got to do is almost just take a knee. It would be very difficult for the Scrappers, but you never know. Might fumble that thing again. I don't know if I'd take even a chance on it. They're going to hand it off. That's going to be Buckner getting outside and picking up maybe a yard. Let's see. Nashville does not burn a timeout. Give him 1. Boy, it's been a contest, hasn't it? I'll tell you, it's just been a battle royale. Timeout by the Scrappers. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment. 2nd down and 9 at their own 48-yard line. Scrappers down to 1 timeout. Only a minute 35 on the clock, and the Scrappers are down 12-7. Boy, it's been a defensive battle, and the Panthers got two big drives. One of them a long 50-yard pass to D. Williams, finally got open, and then a nice drive also by the Panthers to cap, I believe that was a 4-play drive after an interception, by the way. And it was a 13-yard run by Dansby to make it 12-0. Stack eye. And they'll break out of that, put the wing on the right. Dansby up under center. There was movement. They don't call it. Hand off Jackson, and he'll get to about the 49. Scrappers will burn their last time out. And, Jeff, we might as well go right along with them because we haven't had a lot of those, and I know Brent's back there chewing on his pencil. Back in a moment. For less than a minute if we stop them. And they would have to punt it. And if I was coach, I mean, what are you gonna try to send somebody to block the kick? I mean, that might be your only hope. Who knows?
You definitely have to
But you
consider.
got to stop this play right here. 3rd and 7. Just shy of midfield. Wing right, split in right. I formation. Scrappers want to jump. They don't. And ball is fumbled again. And who got it this time?
Nashville.
Nashville got it again. Oh, can you believe it? That's 4 fumbled snaps from center for the Panthers tonight.
They tried to draw Nashville off sides. They went for 2. Nashville didn't fall for it, so the center and quarterback was not together on the second cadence there, and the quarterback never got the football.
Well, Jeff.
And I tell you what, it doesn't hurt when you got Kadem Ray mowing over the center.
It sure doesn't hurt. Okay, I'll tell you what, Jeff, you got to believe it could happen. Twins right, trips right, actually, and AJ with plenty of time. And here we go. You got him a running back. Not a lot of time to run plays. You're going to have to throw it. Ball is batted down. Well, he had about 3 players out there in that pattern, and he hit somebody in the back with it, didn't he?
I think we hit our offensive tackle.
I think we hit an offense, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We hit somebody in the back, and I think it might have been Arnold that he hit. And maybe he just, maybe that ball stuck in there or something. I don't know. All right, here we go. Clock stopped 1:20. 2nd down and 10. Need a big play. Big play. Twins each side. Handoff, no. AJ drops up in there. Breaks loose. Got some room. Wants to get out there. Got a block. He's got no, not a first down. Scrapper's got to hurry. 1:10 and counting. It'll be 3rd down and about what? He's a little shy of the 40. Got to get a yard. 1 minute. 1:02. 1 minute now. 59, 58. Scrappers need to hurry. You better get lined up. 53. It's taking us 10 seconds to get going here. It has taken us more than 10 seconds. And now the official stopped the clock, and we burned 12 seconds. Ashdown took the timeout. Timeout on the field. 48 seconds left. Back in just a moment. Well, Jeff, it's coming down to this. 5-point game, 12-7. Nashville with a 2nd down and about a yard, just barely shy of the 40. And I can't see us running it, but we might just to keep the drive going, but not with 2nd down. We need a big pass play where we can throw it at the end zone maybe. Twins to the wide left side with the ball on the right hash mark. Twins right. Whitmore back. Steps up in the pocket. Breaks a tackle. Wants to throw it downfield. Complete to Wilson at the 20 and out of bounds. Inside the 15. Well, that's just what we called for, wasn't it? Get it down around the 20, and he gets it to about the 14.
Good job there by AJ breaking.
Boy, he found his man, didn't he?
And he did, and good job there by Wilson getting open to and finding the sideline.
Big catch by Wilson. Scrappers with 39 seconds and 1 timeout left. Mark it the 14. Twins right, Twins left. Wanting to throw again. Pressure, breaks outside. Pass to the end zone. Caught it! Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown, Winton! Touchdown, Scrappers! 2 men on him, I don't believe it! Oh, what a catch! What a catch by Winton! Oh, my! Scrappers have the lead! Oh, my! 14 pass, listen to the fans! Oh, my!
Couldn't have been thrown or caught any better.
No, it could not! Oh, man! Scrappers going for 2. And here we go. Handoff, right side. 2-point conversion is good. It is now 15-12. Scrappers with 33 seconds left in the ball game. How it worked just like we talked about, Jeff. Perfectly. We'll take a break and come back with a Scrapper kickoff in a moment. the sidelines, too. It's not over till it's over, though, folks. There's still 33 seconds left. Scrappers with a 3-point lead, 15-12.
You definitely can't, you can't put your guard down because
well, they've got big play capability, too. And let's see, how many timeouts does Ashdown have left? None? One? Got one left. Okay. And they've got the good hands folks up again. It's going to be a squibber. The ball's on the ground, and they'll have good field position at about their own 48. Well, hey, that is good field position nevertheless. And they've got 32 seconds left. That's a lot of time for some great receivers and a really good little quarterback. Oh, boy, what a ball game. Everything you could imagine right here.
Tell you what.
I could not believe that we could have done it, but like I said, you got to believe.
Yeah, nobody here can say they didn't get their money's worth
They
tonight.
certainly did. Whoa, what a game, and it's not over. 3-point scrapper lead from just inside the right hash mark. One lone setback,
Penalty
trips
flag.
to the right.
Too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field for Ashdown, I think.
Yeah, they broke 12 out of the huddle.
I think they did. Good going, Jeff. You caught that. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Marked off against the Panthers. And the Panthers now 6 penalties for 40 yards.
Tell you what, you're right. Just good heads-up defense right here by Nashville. They've gone to more of a, well, they're still in a tight, aggressive coverage on the corners, but they've got a prevent-type safety coverage in the backfield, and that's what they've got. They've got to blanket the coverage and just keep them inside or underneath, I should say.
Well, they've got Williams over here all by himself. Somebody's going to have to cover him. You've got Wilson in now to help cover him. Dansby drops. Pressure on Dansby. Throwing for a loss back at the 35.
Daniel Fellows.
Fellows. Knife through and through him for the big loss. And Ashdown calls their final timeout. So we'll take it right with them. What a ball game, folks. You get your money's worth tonight. We'll be back in just a moment. Oh, Jeff, what a ball game. We're going to be worn out. But I'll tell you what, we need about, well, we need one more big push. They could get a couple of plays off, I guess, couldn't they? Second down and 25 now. Back at their own 35. Scrappers in a prevent. Nobody in the backfield now. Dansby drops, throws it out. Ball batted in the air, and it's going to be a fumble, but they'll recover it. Buckner fell on it back at the 23. Now, he can't call that an incomplete pass. Boy, he did, and that is not what it was.
No.
Now, he missed that call. That was a lateral because he was going to try to throw it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the officials missed that call. And they stopped the clock. That is a big call by the officials. 3rd and 25. Boy, they flat missed that one, Jeff. That was a fumble. And here we go. One lone setback now. Trips right, split into the left. And Dansby, again, wants to throw. Steps up, fires it downfield, got a man, and knocked away. And they were wanting the flag, but nevertheless, 14 seconds left. 4th down.
There was a flag, but I think it was on the Ashdown sideline.
It may be. Yeah, I think it's probably unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say who I think it was on.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter. It is on the sideline. And that would be unsportsmanlike, 15 yards. The clock is stopped.
I couldn't tell
And
who
it
was on that
is,
play. I knew Scott was, and there was
all
someone
the way-
else on the breakup.
All the way back at the 19 now. And Jeff, was that a dead ball or was... Well, they're not changing the down marker. I guess
That should have been a dead ball foul.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that was dead ball there, but evidently it wasn't. Okay, they get the play over. 3rd down, and oh, gee whiz, got to get all the way to the 42-yard line of Nashville to pick up a 1st down. Trips to the left, split in right. Dansby wants to throw again. And Dansby buying a little time. Gonna be tackled back at the 11. Oh! And number 66
Bearden.
coming in there. Boy, that's one I hadn't got to call him. That is old Jesse Bearden. And that's the ball game. Clock runs out. 15-12 Scrappers. Oh, the Scrappers are going to get steaks from Stavely. He just handed it to me. He said, if you win it, I'm going to buy all of you a steak. And so he just handed it to me, and Robbie Stavely's going to have to keep his word, isn't he? Well, that's good. That's what we want. Hey, we'd let Robbie buy him every week, wouldn't we, Jeff? Hey, I'd kind of like to get in on that, wouldn't you? Scrappers win it 15-12 to take the lead in 7 AAA in the shootout on the hill in Nashville. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment.
Screening. It's going to be complete. 40. Cuts back. Jones, first down, still on his... Yes, down, Scrappers! Touchdown, Scrappers!
With no seconds on the clock.
Arkansas Spine and Sports, this is Dorothy.
A phone call to Arkansas Spine and Sports could be your first step to freedom from back and neck pain. Individualized rehabilitation under medical supervision in a controlled environment with computerized cervical and lumbar strengthening exercises. Dr. Mason and Dr. Archer specialize in non-surgical procedures. If you're a weekend warrior, athlete, young or old, their programs for neck or spine will get you back to enjoying life. Their programs work. How do I know? Because I'm one of their patients.
We learned from September 11 that law enforcement needs to communicate better. So Senator Lincoln helped get funding for a statewide computer system. Now we can tell if someone we've arrested is wanted somewhere else, whether for DWI or even a suspected terrorist. But until Senator Lincoln came along, a lot of sheriff's offices didn't have the equipment to do that.
People across Arkansas and people across the country are safer because of Senator Blanche Lincoln.
I'm Senator Blanche Lincoln, and I approve this message.
Memories are made at the dining room table. And now, with the holidays coming, we invite you to Ashley Furniture Home Store's Time to Dine event. This year, Dining Rooms by Ashley, America's #1 selling home furniture brand, are tagged with very special Ashley Direct prices and very attractive terms. No interest till 2007. Start making a lifetime of wonderful memories in your beautiful new Ashley Dining Room at exit 123 off Interstate 30 in Bryant.
Comcast Digital Cable has it all. Now your first month of Digital Basic is only $9.95 with HBO free for 3 months. Digital Cable offers 190 channels of news, sports, and weather, plus HBO has hit series like Inside the NFL. Want more football? Digital Cable now has the NFL Network and a Comcast exclusive, the Dallas Cowboys channel. All this for only $9.95 and more football that you can't get with the dish. If you don't have Comcast, look what you're missing. Ask about our $550 dish buyback program. Call 375-5755.
The Insider, weekdays at 2:30 on KARK4. Now, Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.
From Faulkner County to Foreman, Arkansas, no one covers the state like Hooten's Arkansas Football. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, we have highlights from all across our state, all the way from Faulkner County to Foreman and a lot of places in between. In the next half hour, we'll show you highlights from the 6th week of the high school season, hard-hitting highlights. We've got post-game interviews, pre-game pep talks, and, of course, some of the best teams in action from the 6th week of the high school season. And tonight, we will begin on Hooten's Arkansas Football with Class 5A highlights. And our Class 5A highlights are brought to you by My Bank, First Security Bank Corp. Heavy rains in Bryant all day Friday had the visitors' dressing room flooded. They were trying to pump it out of there to let Little Rock Central get dressed. The Tigers came out pumped up. going the distance on their first drive and scoring with just 3 minutes into the game. Clark Irwin got it on the quarterback sneak, but Bryant would battle back. Anthony Mass goes to the end zone. He's got Richie Wood just behind Stuart Frakes in the end zone. That was the first touchdown Central had given up all year. It cut the Tiger lead to 7-6. A little bit later, it's more Anthony Mass magic. He's just a junior. Somehow, his pass deflects right into the hands of Richie Wood. Another great catch. A little bit later, it's the same combo. Mass to Wood. Another great catch. One-handed touchdown reception. And Bryant is leading the #1 team in the state. But Little Rock Central had won 19 in a row. And they would rally to take the lead in the fourth quarter. But Bryant bowed up and scored on 4th down with just 6 seconds left to snap Central's winning streak. Final score, Hornets 22, Central 19. At North Little Rock, the Charging Wildcats trying to win their 5th game of the season, playing host to Conway. Quarterback Josh Dixon pump fakes, goes up top. Fred McElway's got it, 65-yard touchdown. And just like that, North Little Rock was up 7-0. A little bit later, it's Dixon. A chance for another touchdown, but he misfires into the end zone. North Little Rock would have to settle for the field goal. They were up 10-0 at halftime, and that would be more than enough. Conway, which is scoring fewer than 10 points per game, tries the forward pass. It's picked off, and North Little Rock is sitting in sole possession of first place in the 5A Central. Final score, Charging Wildcats 16, Conway 0. The Sylvan Hills Bears moving up to Class 5A this year and undefeated, looking for their 6th win of the year Friday against Jacksonville. It was 8-2 in the second quarter, but Jacksonville's LeVar Neely with the interception. He makes big plays every week for the Red Devils. But on Sylvan Hills' next possession, it's Arthur Cooley. He doesn't misfire this time, finds Kevin Hubbard for the touchdown. That puts Sylvan Hills up 15-2. Buckwheat and the Bear faithful love it. Sylvan Hills is 6-0 and on top of the 5A East. Final score, Bears 22, Jacksonville 2. Pine Bluff Zebras won their first game last week and looking to make it 2 in a row against crosstown rival Watson Chapel. Lots of water. That didn't slow down Zebras' sophomore running back Eric Wallace, though, getting some tough yardage into the red zone. And a couple of plays later, Wallace would finish the drive with a short touchdown. That put Pine Bluff up, and the Zs are now in a 4-way tie for second place in the crazy 5A South. Final score, Pine Bluff 14, Chapel 6. Now we head for Northwest Arkansas at Springdale, Gerald Williams Stadium. The Bulldogs playing host to Russellville, and the Cyclones looking tough early. 64-yard pass from Eli Craner to Lamonte Payne, but Springdale's defense would step up. The option pitch is on the ground, and the Red Dogs recover. Matt Klinkscale is breaking off the 28-yard run. That gets Springdale inside the Cyclone 5. Mitch Mustaine hits Drake Taylor to complete the drive. Springdale was up 7-0. Zach Pruitt, he works out, and it shows here. He gets the interception, running with it, takes it 37 yards the other way. That gives Springdale the ball, and that means it's Mustaine time. Mitch goes to the air, finding Ben Cleveland for a 39-yard touchdown. Springdale was up 14-0, and later, Mustaine would use his legs down to the 19, and 3 plays later, Mustaine would go back to the air. Aaron Davis, 4-yard touchdown play. Final score, Springdale 38, Russellville 0. Up at Rogers, the Mounties had a pretty tough week, losing their starting quarterback, Johnny Brewer. But on Friday night, all eyes were on his replacement, Cade Caton, as the Mounties took on Southside. And the Rebels would strike first. Arkansas's already offered this guy a scholarship. Slick Shelley, he scores from 12 yards out. That gives Southside a 7-0 lead. But Rogers would take over from there. Cade Caton hits Tyler Brown for the touchdown. It's tied up at 7. Judd Galbraith. Galbraith picks it off and takes it back after the incredible hit. And Rogers would take advantage, too, as Caton goes 15 yards for another Rogers touchdown. And a little bit later, Caton rolls out to buy a little time, and he can't believe his eyes. Jake Curtis, 74 yards. Final score, Rogers 45, Fort Smith Southside 41. And here's Hooten's Arkansas football Class 5A rankings. Springdale is the new #1 team. The Tigers dropped to #2. A year ago, Central's defense barely let Bryant get a snap off. Friday night, the Tiger D had trouble getting any pressure on Bryant's quarterback. Northside is undefeated, as is Sylvan Hills, and West Memphis, which always finishes strong, put the mercy rule on Searcy. North Little Rock shut out Conway and is in sole possession of leading the 5A Central, but the Charging Wildcats must face Bryant and Little Rock Central still. and will likely face a serious test at Little Rock Catholic. Bryant scored the big upset Friday night, but one win does not make a season, and Rogers is still in the playoff hunt, as is Fayetteville and Jonesboro. El Dorado was not pretty, but beat Sheridan on Friday night. The Wildcats are followed by Cabot, Texarkana, Southside, and Catholic. Lake Hamilton beat Benton a week ago, but lost to Camden Fairview on Friday night. Russellville has lost 4 straight. Van Buren is 19, followed by Pine Bluff, which has won 2 in a row. Then it's Mountain Home, Camden Fairview, Bentonville, Conway, and Jacksonville.
Wherever you're going, at Big Red Fina, we make it easy for you to get in, get out, and get on your way. Step inside our clean, friendly stores, and you'll find a large variety of snacks, ice-cold drinks, and hot, fresh food to go. Plus, many of our locations feature a touch-free car wash. And you'll find our pay-at-the-pump features make it easy to fill your tank with quality Fina gasoline, day or night. Fast, clean, convenient. Big Red Fina, we're on the way.
You know, one of the best things about coming to Sonic? The choices.
Oh, gosh,
You have so many choices.
Yeah, look at them.
You get a double patty melt toaster sandwich. You can get pepper jack cheese. You can get smoky cheddar on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you feel the power of pulling your own decision.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese are you going to get?
I don't care. You pick.
Double patty melt toaster. New at Sonic. 2 patties and your choice of pepper jack or smoky cheddar cheese with grilled onions. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Sonic.
Life is full of half-used ideas, half-used opportunities, unexecuted resolutions. The word tomorrow is an excuse for the lazy and a refuge for those that are incompetent. Tomorrow never comes. Now, we're going to leave this room tonight, and we're in attack mode. Everything that we do is attack mode. We're going to attack. We're going to force the issue. We're going to try to make something happen.
Siloam Springs first-year coach Billy Dawson getting his undefeated Panthers ready at Greenbrier. First play of the game. Siloam Springs junior quarterback Chase Pittman goes long, but Greenbrier's Josh Camden is there for the nice interception. Nice play by Josh as he goes high for the Oski, and Greenbrier will get going. Junior quarterback Nick Maxfield fires it hard down the middle to David Bradley. The Panthers were fired up. Maxfield can run it too. He'll take off around the right end and right at you. That would set up a Greenbrier touchdown. Maxfield with the quick toss to Blake Gaither, and Greenbrier was up 7-0 and thinking upset. But Siloam Springs would answer with authority. A bruising 66-yard drive. Larry Sellers, he had 3 carries for 51 yards on the march. Nice run by Sellers before Pittman would take the snap and pick his way through Greenbrier's defense. That tied it up at 7. Then Siloam Springs' defense makes the big play. Watch Maxfield's pass. It's tipped at the line by Matt Yoka, intercepted by Kyle Huffman, and Siloam Springs is back in business. Pittman showing he can throw it to a big tight end, too. Trent McCord catches it, bruises Greenbrier on his way down. That would set up Sellers for Siloam's second score of the night. And the Panthers are 6-0 with Bologna coming to Northwest Arkansas next. Final score, Siloam Springs' Superheroes 44, Greenbrier 10. No team has been able to slow down Jared McFadden this year. Whitehall, hoping the soggy field might help them on Friday night. The Bulldogs put the pressure on early. Justin Huggins hits Josh Stringer for the touchdown. Whitehall was up 7-0, but here he comes. Darren McFadden around the end. Somehow, he's going to stay in bounds and will walk into the end zone. He would finish with 195 yards on the night. And the second quarter, there's McFadden. This time, he'll catch Ashton Johnston's perfect pass and takes it to the house. That put Oak Grove up 14-7. A little bit later, Oak Grove's James Mitchell shows that McFadden's not the only good back in the Hornets' nest, and Oak Grove is for real. Final score, Hornets 40, Whitehall 15. At Bologna, the young ladies were in high heels with heavy rain on homecoming night against Huntsville. But Bologna doesn't mind the rain as much as many teams. The Eagles like to keep it on the ground, and boy, they do it well. Bologna led Huntsville 24-0 in the third quarter, and we're looking to add to it after senior quarterback Nick Calger's punishing run around the end. Calger would help push the pile ahead. Jake Gotcher gets to the 1. That would set up Calger for a 1-yard sneak to put Bologna up 30-0. The Eagles would invoke the mercy rule in Huntsville in the fourth quarter, and then just keep it on the ground the rest of the night to set up a showdown next week at Siloam Springs. Final score, Bologna 38, Huntsville 7.
It'll be a tough game, and it's in Siloam, so it's going to be a long drive. We just got to get prepared for them.
I think we're kind of we're still finding our identity, you know, but, you know, we've moved some kids around, and I think they're starting to get settled in now to what we're doing defensively, and hopefully we'll play real well from here on out.
We're still eyeballing the rock, so to speak. We still believe we're good enough. We still believe we're better than any team in the state, and we're going to start to get on a roll. We're going to use this, and we're just going to snowball it into the playoffs.
And Hooten's Arkansas football Class 4A rankings stayed the same as a week ago, at least the top 10. No changes. Alma still unbeaten and unchallenged. Robinson, number 2. Batesville is undefeated. The Pioneers haven't lost since the first round of the 2002 playoffs. Greenwood's number 4, followed by Bologna. Theirs win. They will battle Batesville next week for the 4A East title. Siloam Springs has Bologna coming to town. There's West Helena and Oak Grove. The Hornets are at West Helena next week for control of the 4A Southeast Conference. Monticello starts second 10. The Billies are 5-1. Then it's Stuttgart. Harrison's number 13. The Goblins are down to their third-team quarterback and probably won't make the playoffs. Crossett's number 14, and Morrilton drops to 15. Little Rock Fair has won 3 straight games in a weak 4A Southwest Conference. Whitehall has lost 3 straight games after starting the season 3-0. Magnolia's number 21. The Panthers have won consecutive games and might make the playoffs. Mills, BB, Hot Springs, Lakeside, and Malvern round out the top 25.
Now, the United States Marines Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Riding close to an A average, one of the leaders on the football field for the Greenbrier Panthers, the senior Trevor Segrist.
Trevor lines up both at wide receiver and at defensive back, but it's the secondary where he likes to lead the charge.
Defensive back's a lot more fun. You get to hit people. I mean, I run the whole defense. You're the last guy back there saving touchdowns. Awesome.
Congratulations to Trevor Segrist, the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Class 3A highlights are next.
Stop it. I'm not doing anything. Stop it. I didn't do anything. Stop it. I didn't do anything. Stop it.
Hey.
A lot of life happens in your car. That's why Conoco and Phillips 66 new Quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive.
Stop it. I'm not
so you can focus on more important things. Conoco and Phillips 66. Life happens between empty and full.
What if one place could handle all your financial needs? And what if that one place was based right here in Arkansas? Wouldn't that make life so much simpler? We agree. More than just a bank. First Security, investing in Arkansas. Now open in Little Rock.
Wherever you're going, at Big Red Fina, we make it easy for you to get in, get out, and get on your way. Step inside our clean, friendly stores, and you'll find a large variety of snacks, ice-cold drinks, and hot, fresh food to go. Plus, many of our locations feature a touch-free car wash. And you'll find our pay-at-the-pump features make it easy to fill your tank with quality Fina gasoline, day or night. Fast, clean, convenient. Big Red Fina, we're on the way.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Big Red Fina.
And we begin our Class 3A highlights in Jefferson County. Fordyce visiting Dollarway, a battle of unbeaten teams in 8 AAA play. Fordyce would strike first. Tim Spears escaping from the pile, 55 yards down the sidelines for the touchdown. That put the Redbugs up 7-0. Dollarway comes back, though, doing it on the ground. That's Cody Burns. And look at the effort. Finally, 5 Fordyce defenders will get him down. A couple of plays later, it's Burns, scorching Fordyce again. He would finish with 200 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and Dollarway is legit. Final score, Cardinals 28, Fordyce Redbugs 15. Pulaski Academy and Lone Oak both battling for playoff positioning in the 6 AAA, but neither looking real sharp early on until Pulaski Academy sophomore quarterback Stephen Lutz hits Brent Hanks for his second touchdown of the year and put PA up 8-0 on their next possession. The Bruins go to their bag of tricks. Stephen Newell takes the direct snap, and he finds the state's leading receiver, Aaron Langford. In his first season to play football, his 6th touchdown of the year. PA was up 22-0 at halftime. Final score, Bruins 31, Lone Oak 13. Up in Springdale, Shiloh Christian playing host to the Gentry Pioneers Friday night, looking to stay on top of the 1 AAA standings, and it wouldn't be a problem for Shiloh. St. quarterback Matt Simpson, he completed 24 of 32 passes for 490 yards and 6 touchdowns. Simpson's favorite targets were Patrick Ryan and Crosby Tuck. Those two combined for 362 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Simpson can also run it. He's just a sophomore. He sprints to the corner of the end zone, and the Saints are within reach of their first ever 1 AAA conference championship. Final score, number 13, Shiloh Christian 50, Gentry 24. And we wrap up our soggy AAA segment with exclusive coverage from Nashville. Ashdown was trying to make it 4 in a row over the Strappers, and the Panthers led it 12-0 midway through the 4th quarter thanks to senior running back Courtney Smith. He had a team-high 81 yards, but then a flood of big plays turned things around for Nashville. Sophomore quarterback A.J. Whitmore, this guy's a dandy. He had Zach Witten for a big game. Whitmore would complete 5 passes Friday night. All came in the final 7 minutes. A fantastic finish at Nashville. Whitmore finds Witten again, and the Strappers are in the red zone. Senior Samuel Fellows would cap the drive, but Ashdown still led it 12-7. But disaster would strike. The Panthers fumbled, and Nashville gets the ball back. Moving with time running out. Whitmore, he rushed for 85 yards, 10 right there. Then the cool sophomore buys time before finding Mike Wilson, and Nashville is down at the 15-yard line with 39 seconds left. Ashdown with its back to the wall, and here comes Whitmore again. He hits Witten just inside the pylon for the game-winning score. What a game. Undefeated Nashville rallies and ends Ashdown's run to sit atop the 7 AAA standings. Final score, Nashville 15, Ashdown 12.
Listen up! Listen up! Well, I feel awful sorry for them people thought they need to go home tonight because they missed it.
For a little while, I thought it was going to slip away from us, but we just held our heads up and kept playing hard.
Our seniors just gave us a good talk ahead of time and kept us up. I got down on myself a little bit, but after that senior group, I don't know what I would have done.
And here is Hooten's Arkansas football Class 3A rankings brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard. Central Arkansas Christian quarterback Jesse Gates has had a hand in 12 touchdowns the past couple of weeks. He's phenomenal. Boonville's number 2 and PA is 3. The Bruins have won 4 in a row. Rivercrest is number 4 and Nashville's up to 5. Then it's Atkins and Ashdown. Dollarway is 5-1 and in control of the 8 AAA race. Warren has given up just 20 points the past 2 weeks. Remember, Bo Embry told us this summer it could be his best defense yet at Warren. Harrisburg is undefeated. The Hornets struggled to beat Mariana on Friday. Ozark starts the second 10. They're Star City and Shiloh Christian. Hoxie is 5-1 and on top of the 2 AAA after beating Mountain View. Osceola has won back-to-back games and will play host to Rivercrest next week. Newport 16, followed by the Cobras, the Jackrabbits, Prairie Grove, and Green Forest. Green Forest is 6-0 and plays host to Shiloh next week for the 1 AAA Conference Championship. The Redbugs are 21, followed by the Sand Blizzards and Mountain View, which has lost 2 games by a combined 10 points this season. Dover and Pocahontas round out the top 25.
Now, the ConocoPhillips Spirit Student of the Week.
Cheering on the Bauxite Miners looks like too much fun for Ashton Willis to miss out on it during her senior year.
Watching all my friends and how they get the crowd going, it just excited me, so I thought it'd be fun to be a part of it too.
Ashton is now a proud member of the minor dance team, plus plays basketball for Bauxite and is involved in many other activities at the school and church. But most importantly, she is a top classroom performer.
I know I have to work hard to succeed, and I want to be able to go somewhere, so I just find my time and manage it. I want to go to college, and I want to be a pharmacist, so I want to make something out of myself.
Nominations for the ConocoPhillips Spirit Student of the Week are welcomed and can be made by logging on to Hootens.com or by stopping in ConocoPhillips stations of Arkansas.
Coming up next, more of Hootens Arkansas football. Class 2A highlights are next.
They mend broken bones and broken spirits. They heal hearts in more ways than one. They've dedicated their lives to saving yours. And sometimes their only cares in the world are the little ones. They're your friends and neighbors, and they're 40,000 strong in our state. They're the men and women who work in Arkansas's hospitals. Are they heroes? You bet your life. The Arkansas Hospital Association, important for life.
Wherever you're going, at Big Red Fina, we make it easy for you to get in, get out, and get on your way. Step inside our clean, friendly stores, and you'll find a large variety of snacks, ice-cold drinks, and hot, fresh food to go. Plus, many of our locations feature a touch-free car wash. And you'll find our pay-at-the-pump features make it easy to fill your tank with quality Fina gasoline, day or night. Fast, clean, convenient. Big Red Fina, we're on the way.
The Mustangs say, stay tuned for more Hootens Arkansas football. Go Mustangs!
You know, one of the best things about coming to Sonic? The choices.
Oh, gosh,
You have so many choices.
Yeah, look at them.
You get a double patty melt toaster sandwich. You can get pepper jack cheese. You can get smoky cheddar on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You feel the power of pulling your own decision.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese are you going to get?
I don't care. You pick.
Double patty melt toaster, new at Sonic. 2 patties and your choice of pepper jack or smoky cheddar cheese with grilled onions. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
When Jeff and Sharon's baby arrived, they knew their needs would change overnight. What they didn't know was I could help.
We live where you live.
Now the same State Farm agent who helped you plan for just in case can help you with what could be, with auto loans, mortgages, even college funding. For help with banking, insurance, and investing.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now, more of Hootens Arkansas football, brought to you by State Farm.
The one thing I want you to do tonight, you remember back 5 games ago when you come out and played with that enthusiasm the first ball game? That's what I want on game 6 right here tonight.
Coach David Bennett's and the Derrick's Outlaws visiting Foreman Friday night, looking to knock off the Gators. Hey, when you know you got a bunch of outlaws in town, who you gonna call? The Cops, of course, and Foreman's finest escorted their hungry Gators into the swamp just before game time, and Derrick's Outlaws were bad boys Friday night. They break through, blocked the punt on the opening possession, and Derrick's would take over at the Foreman 9-yard line. But the Gators would keep Derrick's out of the end zone, and the Outlaws would have to settle for a 29-yard field goal by Lance Stone that put Derrick's up 3-0. Foreman would try to counter with elusive sophomore Jarvaria Forbes. A little bit later, it's senior Michael Adcock getting loose for a big gain. Adcock entered the game with 317 yards rushing. Another good night for him. And 7 plays later, Forbes would try to set up the middle screen, but Caleb Harper gets the theft for Derrick, and that would end Foreman's drive. And Derrick's Outlaws get out of Foreman with an impressive win. Final score, undefeated Derrick's 37, Foreman 14. And we go from Foreman over to Mineral Springs, where the new head coach there is Gary Segrist, good fella. His Green Hornets taking on winless Falk. After a scoreless first half, Falk would open the third quarter, turning to senior Nathan Williams. Nathan carried 7 times on a 9-play scoring drive. He would cap it by going 11 yards, dragging defenders into the end zone. Nathan Williams scores. And on the 2-point conversion, who else? Williams ramming it in. Falk led 8-0, but Mineral Springs would come right back. Sophomore sensation Cedric Smith. But Smith and the Hornets never got loose Friday night, and Falk holds on for the shutout. Final score, Panthers 8, Mineral Springs 0. And here is Hootens Arkansas football Class 2A rankings, brought to you by the Arkansas Army National Guard. It starts with Rising. The Wildcats destroyed Dermont 41-0 and are 6-0. Charleston moves up to number 2 with an easy victory over Hackett. The Tigers now have 2 weeks to get ready for Hartford. Our new number 3 team is Palestine Wheatley. The Patriots took advantage of 4 Barton turnovers Friday night to beat the Bears for the first time ever. Palestine Wheatley has already beaten Harding Academy and is officially officially a state title contender. There's East Poinsett County and Barton down to number 5. Harding holds at number 6 after crushing Cross County 41-13 in a non-conference game. Undefeated Mountainburg, Dirks, and Hazen, followed by number 10 Lavaca, which manhandled Magnet Cove 55-13. The second 10 starts with Junction City, which got past Bearden 20-14 Friday night. Perry Williams ran for 140 yards, but left the game in the fourth quarter with an injury that could hurt Junction City down the stretch. Greenland is number 12, followed by Spring Hill. Caleb Askew ran for 103 yards and a touchdown as Spring Hill kept pace with Derricks atop the 7AA West standings. Then it's Hughes and Bearden. 5-1 Arkansas Baptist continues to climb in the rankings. Mount Ida dropped far a week ago and rose fast Friday night, knocking off Jesseville 21-13 in a key 5AA game. Perryville stays at number 19 despite losing to Hazen 36-14. Foreman remains at 21, followed by Danville. The Little Johns shut out a scrappy Magazine team Friday night. There's Cross County and Gurdon. Desart makes its top 25 debut after slipping by number 56 Clarendon Friday night. Up next for Desart, Palestine Wheatley. And for this week's State Farm Play of the Week, we will head back down to Southwest Arkansas on the hill at Nashville. The Scrappers trailing 12-7 with 33 seconds left when quarterback A.J. Whitmore gets out of the pocket and finds Zach Winton in the right corner of the end zone. And Nashville storms back to beat Ashdown for the first time in 3 years, thanks to the heroics of A.J. Whitmore and Zach Winton. And that is our State Farm Play of the Week. Coming up in December at the State Farm Awards, we'll be naming the Play of the Year, as well as an Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for all 4 classifications, and a Coach of the Year for every classification. That's at the State Farm Awards, honoring Arkansas's top coaches and players, presented by Hooten's Arkansas Football.
Stop it! I'm not doing anything. Stop it! I didn't do anything. Stop it! I didn't do anything. Stop it!
Hey!
I want to thank my frog, and I want to thank my GTV, and I want to thank my checkers, and I want to thank my wooden floor, and I want to thank Benjamin Franklin and George Washington and your teacher and your mommy and your daddy, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank all the people that watch it and watch the show, and I want to thank everybody else in the whole wide world. Wow, what a neat letter! Ha, I just love it when people write me letters. You can too. Here's how. What? 5